Welcome, family. Welcome, family. The boys are just coming out. Tunnel now. We've got Leno in goal, Chambers holding, Mari, and Jacques at left back. Our midfield is consisting of Partey and Ceballos. We have Saka on left, Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Pepe. Pepe starting on the left-hand side, people. How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm all good, man. What's that?
Okay. So, yeah, as my illustrious buddy Anthony has said, slightly changed lineup. Once again, the Tinker Man has struck again. So we're playing with no regular striker. We look like a front four: Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Pepe.
That's not a bad thing for me without a striker, because we're going to have to move the ball. We're going to have to keep the ball well against this Villarreal team. We just need to take our chances. That's the big thing.
So Pepe is a striker, as we can see on screen. However, I kind of feel that's going to be a rotating striker role. I don't think it's solely down to Pepe to be the striker today. I kind of feel that you're going to see points where Smith Rowe will be up front, points where Saka might be up front.
Yeah, I mean, they'll interchange in how the passage of play goes. And, looking on the subs bench, we've got options there. A man like Bellerin. We have Louise and Cedric, El Nene, Nelson, man like Eddie, Willian, Aubameyang, Martinelli, Gabriel. Ryan, we've got players on the bench, so he's got options.
I'm somewhat surprised, as many have probably alluded to, by the omission of Martinelli. Because if you are looking for an out-and-out striker, someone who can cause some panic in their back line, someone with the pace to front a press, then Martinelli, for me, seems that natural guy. I mean, I like Pepe as a player. I love the guy. But to be honest, I haven't seen anything that tells me he's your striker. So it's going to be interesting. As I said, I don't believe he is going to be the sole striker. It's almost like that false nine situation. But we'll see how they line up on the pitch, which will tell us more.
Yeah, I have to give put my frustrations aside with Arteta and Martinelli. I'd like him to play up front, but he's got his options and he wants to keep hold of the ball, and he's a guy who can do that, and he can finish. We just got to wait and see. But our boys are just taking a knee right now, just saying good evening to Andrew Roach. Big up, bro.
What's going on? Big.
And we're
in the house.
Evening 18. What's going on, bro? Stylist Steak. Big up, big up. Enough love to you, Nye. Big up. And Apollo, thanks once again for the love. Let's see. So we've kicked off. I'm at 22 seconds. So
yeah, I'm at 15 seconds now.
Okay. I've got to say the pitch is looking absolutely beautiful. Lush green.
Beautiful. It looks like carpet.
Yeah, lush green. And we're in our favourite.
Is on the right. I mean, look at that formation straight away. Pepe is on the left, and Smith Rowe's up front.
So it's interchanging. It's cool in that sense. But right now, Villarreal, they're on the ball there. They're just passing it around.
So what result would you be happy with, Tone?
Me, to be honest, I think if we can get 2 away goals today, it will be there's 2 away. Anything can happen, but you've got to be positive.
Yeah, that's extremely positive.
If we take our chances, and this is the thing, is if we expect to go through, We definitely need an away goal, and if we can get 2, that just puts us in great stead for the
I
second leg.
mean, 2-0, you kind of think the tie's over when you're coming back home. Yeah, we just seen an offside for Pepe.
Evening,
Greg. Definitely looks like Pepe is playing down the left and not playing up front. It definitely looks like Smith Rowe is holding that middle ground in the middle. So he's your false 9. An interesting choice. It's almost like a 4-3-3. Almost.
But they can score some goals, you know, Villarreal.
Yeah, their danger man Moreno is definitely a big time player for them. But what you got to look at this team is he scores or assists in, you know, a very large number of their games. So if you keep him quiet, they don't tend to get goals from elsewhere on the pitch.
Yeah.
It's obviously still a big ask to keep him quiet, but I think that would be the number one goal, would be to try and keep him as much away from the point of attack, and then to move the ball around him so that it doesn't get near him, or try to close gaps down between midfielders and him.
And I think today we've got to expect that Villarreal are going to have a lot of the ball, just the way how they move the ball around, and we've just got to be patient, disciplined. And as I say, we get a chance, put it away. It'll be interesting. It seems to be a quite cagey first half so far. So
good tackle. It's a good press. Arsenal's.
So, guys in the chat, what's your score prediction today? I've gone
big
for 2.
Big up to Andy Roach on the super chat, $4.99. Thank you very much, Squire.
Yeah, big maximum respect there, Andrew. Tony?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Get the ball out. Stupidness.
What's your predicted score for today?
I would be happy with a 0-0. However, I don't think Arsenal can keep a 0. We've shown, you know, how many clean sheets have we kept? Very few. Our goal scoring at the moment, I'm struggling to see who's going to score in this game. Pepe and Saka have got to be obviously the two favourites.
Oh, absolute shocking ball watching in defence. Oh, man like Santos has just come in.
Yeah.
OMG.
Yeah. So that's what I was just alluding to. You just can't stand. You can't give this team a chance just to keep a 0-0. It's just nigh on impossible.
And there you go. I mean, Andrew just saying he was going for 0-0. Nye was going for 3-1.
There's the 1. If we're going to get a 3.
You had no chance. And it's just about clearing in the...
He's got so much time on the edge of the box there.
It's very poor. And they had the ball, really. They had the ball and moved it easy. And, you know, we've got to now create a bit of pressure now with the ball and pace, because right now we're playing at their tempo.
Oh, what are you doing?
So, Samuel, who was the goal scorer? Manuel.
Big up to Aaron for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Aaron. Hope you're well, buddy. Even although we're 1-0 down.
Utubia, Una. Trigger Ross, 5 minutes.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
And again, it's,
you send your team out and you tell them, whatever you do, keep it tight first 10 minutes.
But we looked cagey. We looked nervous. We didn't look. There was no impetus. And I mean, Xhaka right now, he's giving the ball away. He's not looking comfortable there at left back. It seems like they're putting a lot of pressure on him. So, Partey's going to have to be really smart and give him a bit of protection there, because otherwise he's on a
See, but there's no natural left cover. There's no natural left cover. I mean, you got Ceballos playing more on the left of that centre too. So that's not really great cover. Our man Ceballos can stink a place out.
But the thing is, he's just very adventurous with the ball, and that's what I'm saying. If you got a man like Xhaka there, you're gonna have to give him a bit of protection. I know fans want to slaughter Xhaka, but he's looking a bit cagey today there.
I mean, it just didn't make any sense playing Xhaka at left back. I mean, anyone could see that was just danger. But,
I mean, here's the thing for me, is the problem is Tierney is rushed back. He's not fit. And this is where the manager, for me, doesn't have confidence of playing three at the back or three left-sided centre-back there and have the protection in front of him. That's my concern. He's not confident in going there, so he's putting Xhaka in there and he's putting him under pressure straight away.
I mean, you've got to ask the question. You have Cedric, and you have Bukayo Saka, who can play left back. Yet you play Xhaka. Whenever. Because
he sees Saka as the main threat now.
Saka can neither tackle nor offer anything as an attacking threat going down the left. So it's a gimme. It's literally like saying, I'll tell you what, I'm going to play a guy and he's just going to hold a position, but he's not going to give you nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's Arteta's tactic. That's the frustration that I have, because, he's putting players on the island and he's just leaving them.
He's expecting Pepe to do miracles, but Saka's going to give him nothing.
Yeah.
Now imagine this: if you put Bukayo Saka at left back and you're Pepe ahead of him, then right back is having nightmares.
Yeah, interchanging pace.
He's having nightmares.
Evening, Michelle. So United have scored already. Wow. I just had a fly across my screen. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. What is that ball? People trying hero ball.
They're just replaying the goal right now. And he had two players. He went through Ceballos and Xhaka without a tackle, both just standing there watching him.
Yeah, the two players you'd most think like that's just cannon fodder. That's cannon fodder.
Odegaard's holding up the ball a little bit too much today. The ball should have gone.
Yeah, should have just given it.
But it's one team I don't like seeing in the semi-final is Villarreal.
Well, I don't know if it's Villarreal because we've beaten them every time we've played them before, but it's Emery and Villarreal. Yeah. Emery is the master at this competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got every reason to want to get one up on Arsenal. And so far, they're doing a good job.
Cool K just says Xhaka has just mugged you all off. He's having kicks right now.
What the fuck was that? Oh my God.
D-Dub says United winning this competition. Arteta's going to get the sack when the Arsenal gets knocked out.
Arteta's not getting the sack, man. He's not getting the sack.
I predicted 3-1 Villarreal. That was from D-Dubs. And Greg says that goal was prime Emery. Prime Emery.
Oh, jeez. Come on, party. It was that Chambers.
Yeah, intensity was missing.
It's not. It's just a lack of cohesion, and this is what happens when you tinker with stuff. When you don't have systems that work, like, you know, a left back and a left midfielder working in tandem, a right back and a right midfielder working in tandem. You know, right now you're just looking and thinking, well, you know, Chambers and Saka aren't really on the same wavelength. You know, I'm not saying Chambers is a bad player, but I just, you know, I don't see him being any help to Bukayo Saka.
So admin says, so it's ESR and Odegaard as false nines and Pepe and Saka wide. He's gone full Pep in the worst possible way. Yep, I mean, this really is the first game that he's really gone out like this, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't tinker with stuff on the biggest game of your life. Yeah.
Apollo says,
you know what a striker is. Put a striker on the goddamn pitch. You know what a left back is. Put a left back on the pitch. Jesus Christ. Instead, I'm going to play a centre midfielder who can't run to save his life and do an overlap for love nor money.
Oh, good ball, Saka. Saka to Pepe. Let's see what we can do. In the meantime, it was unlucky. So Apollo says Xhaka and Ceballos combining to be the absolute useless on that goal. My word, the two guys who can't get it right this season just delivered it on a plate to Villarreal.
Yep. Absolutely.
And we had a Facebook
players that you go, you know what? Based on what we've seen all season, I mean, to be honest, I kind of give Xhaka some latitude because he hasn't been awful. I mean, all right, you know, he got absolutely rinsed by Richarlison against Everton, but he hasn't been awful when played at his position. Yeah? Play him at his position.
Yeah.
The Tinker Man.
Fool,
man.
Jimmy Jones on Facebook says he can't trust this manager. You can't trust the manager. Michelle says Roma just equalised. Nice one, Roma. Who's home on that game?
Man United are at home.
Okay, nice one.
I can't blame Xhaka, somebody says. The manager knows his position. Yeah.
I think that's Jimmy. 18's got a question to you, Tony. He says, how is Tony agreeing? Xhaka has turned him.
Nearly an opening there. Pepe down the left created a space to deliver a low cross, but it was met at the near post.
I'll tell you one thing. Straight up, Chambers, has kind of taken this right back position to a new level right now. He's making crosses. And he just looks so comfortable.
Yeah.
Greg says this one played Xhaka in our defence in the most important game of the season.
Absolutely, Greg. Absolutely. It makes no sense at all.
But Andrew says it's definitely not over yet. So let's keep the faith.
Yeah. We have to score an away goal. I mean, I'll take 1-1. I'll take 1-1. You know, 0-0 would have been nice, but I'll take 1-1. Right now, I'll take 1-1.
Emery was cheering for a little penalty there on Chambers, but no, it wasn't given. Apollo says the setup was just wrong. We never suited with no striker formation. Just stupid, absolute stupid trying out today of all games.
It's just crazy how, you know, your most important game of the season, you're tinkering and playing people out of position, you know, and then this stupid false nine rubbish.
And Andrew says Villarreal are not a solid defensive team. There's going to be chances today, so hang in there.
Who's going to take them?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, I'm sitting here before the game started, listening to discussions with Freddie and Martin Keown, and he's talking about Keown was saying he wants there to be a clear pathway for youngsters in the team because we've got players that can make a difference. And Freddie was saying the same thing and saying, yes, you've got to have some experience with them. We just made a hash there, holding. But he was just saying that, yes, between 23 and 29, there's got to be experienced players within that age group. But you have to blood these youngsters, because if you don't do that, as I've been saying all season, they're just going to leave Arsenal. And this is something Arteta, for me, is a concern, because look at a man like Martinelli. We know what he can do up front. We know what he can do on the left.
Just
so
makes no sense.
In a game like today, if you've got Lacazette, you've got Aubameyang who aren't playing, and you played Martinelli up front in the league games, why you can't play today? It's
baffling me.
Yeah. Jimmy Jones on Facebook says he doesn't trust the youth. Andrew Roach says, Apollo, the substitutions will be crucial today. I think Paul K, if anyone tells me that this result, if anyone tells me that this is the result of our squad not being good enough, I'll report them to the admin for football idiocy. Straight up. We know it's the manager who's making these choices. We have players who can make a difference to the team, whether they're on the bench, and he's just choosing not to play them.
Yeah. I mean, it's a story all season long. You know, when you expect certain players to be played, they don't get played. You know, all season long we've been seeing Willian. We ain't seen nothing of Reece Nelson. Martinelli comes back from injury. He gets his minutes restricted. It's a joke. It's just a joke.
Almost 2 efforts from Arsenal. Pepe gets the better of Foyth on the left-hand side, but Ali Bayol is there to block. Greg, you said the closest Arsenal have come to so far is Odegaard picks out Saka on the right, but his crossing to the middle is just too high for Smith Rowe, and he was waiting in the middle. Greg G was saying earlier on, Jimmy Jones, because Arteta has banked his future on Xhaka, when you do that, you're going to get burnt. Yeah, it's just sad, man. Right now, it's just Villarreal just passing the ball through us, really. We just don't look cohesive when we have the ball, and it's concerning. There's no intensity with the passing. I can't see pace within our team that is going to be utilised right now with the ball, and that's a concern.
This guy is loving taking on Xhaka. It's fun and games for him out there on the right.
Andrew says he has decided to gamble. He has gone from caution to this very caution. This is very surprising. So it looks like Arteta's like playing roulette right now. He's going all in on 0. I think Jimmy was saying that it looks like they're playing an old school 4-4-2, Villarreal. Greg G says, biggest thing I can see is that Xhaka at left back not only blunts our favourite wing, but also weakens our midfield.
Yeah.
You got that spot on, Greg. Right now on both flanks, we've got no balance. Or the best balance that we can possibly have right now is Chambers pushing forward and bringing in crosses, but that's going to be sporadic in this game. Villarreal on the ball.
That's bad news, Greg. We don't want to see that. Never. And you can forget Arteta getting sacked this season.
So Villarreal have a corner. 21 minutes and a half have gone, and Villarreal in the lead 1-0. Totally in control of this game at home. And it's just frustrating time for us right now. So the corner comes in. And Arsenal clear, and we're on the counter. Odegaard has a chance to send it. Come Ceballos, send it for. What is this guy? We're on the counter. He surely must see that Pepe was on his left-hand side. Dilly-dallies on the. They just dilly-dallies on the ball, Ceballos. Just give it.
Oh, dear. Yeah, Ceballos does like an extra touch.
Loves it, mate. Loves it. Andrew says, Greg, no European football next season will be a major barrier to overhauling this squad.
That's not really true. That's not true at all.
I think Arteta he needs to focus on getting a style of play. So yes, having extra games is good, but he really needs to get a style of play. In the Premiership, we have no identity right now, and it's exposing him as a coach that he hasn't identified that. And it's regardless of what the caliber of players we just have no identity. For me, that's shocking. Apollo says Xhaka and Chambers are fullbacks. Laugh out loud. With Niles and Sawyers. Yeah. Again, you see the quality of Niles and Salt when he had played. Against teams like this, we keep hold of the ball, use it well. We seem to be wanting. So Xhaka is now in an advanced position. Ball's over. Pepe ignores him. We on. Oh, Saka takes a left foot curling shot over the bar. Tries to curl it in top corner and completely misses the goal. But that was quite interesting. You got Xhaka on the overlap.
Yeah.
Pepe him and he just completely ignores him. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Aaron was saying that was a nozzle pass, just saying. Who was that from? Odegaard? Arteta looked at City yesterday and said, yeah, I think we could do with that like a thing. Let's do it today. Andrew comes back and says the decline at Arsenal has resulted in accepting players, some players who are from rivals. Some silly shit going on there.
Really?
Shocked. Apollo, we should have started Nketiah. The keeper had the ball and time to smoke a cigar. Nice little Kahibra there. Not one Arsenal player willing to press him. Eddie would never let that happen. Yeah, I said. I mean, the problem with Eddie is that we're not getting the ball to him as a striker. And I would, out of the two, I would probably prefer Martinelli there because he probably works a little bit better or integrates better with the midfielders. Yeah, we're not pressing at the top. Gary says that arrogance to think this team can cope without a striker. Kirk says would have rather. Good evening, Kirk. How you doing? And Apollo says about Eddie. This is a game where he could have shined. With regard.
We haven't seen enough of Eddie to think that he could shine.
Yeah, what's going on, Danny? You gonna pop in later? Greg saying get on the stream, dude. Yeah, it was a good stream last night with Neomis and Danny going for the preview.
Yeah, I caught that this morning. I notice every time Saka gets the ball, there's 3 players around him.
Yeah.
Check it out. Every time.
Andrew, I can't answer that question. Why is Arteta trying to crush Martinelli's spirit? It's crazy. We're on the ball. I just see us in attack and we just look impotent. Shooting is just sterile.
Oh my days. Where the hell does Thomas Partey get his shooting boots from? Because I'll tell you what, they should be out of business by now.
I'm sitting here and right now we're in a bit of trouble. Oh, now he's just gone for a corner.
What the hell is Partey doing in training? I mean, you might as well forget all them videos showing him scoring goals in training now, because he's not had a shot on target since as long as I can remember. He does all the other stuff brilliant. Breaking up play, passing through the lines. Oh, hey man, bloody hell.
Villarreal are well up for this. Well up for this. Partey should have tried out a Washington Redskins. He'd be a heck of a field goal kicker.
Yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth.
Oh my gosh. I tell you what, we are absolutely sleeping in defence. That corner coming in. 2-0 down right now, and we are looking absolutely...
Tone.
We're not even shell-shocked. We just haven't even come out. We just haven't come out today. No one's come on.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Chelsea in Baku. This reminds me of that game against Chelsea in Baku, where people just didn't turn up. Just not good enough. Just not good enough. I mean, look how many players are standing waiting for that knock-on. Like, literally, that knock-on, he's got a free header, and then Partey lets his man go in at the back post. Yeah, Partey and Xhaka watching space. Unreal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, it's schoolboy errors. You're marking a corner. You have to have man-to-man assignments. And whatever you do, don't let your man have a free run on goal. You get one header, free header in the middle of the box, and then the man is at the back post getting a free tap-in. Are you mad? Are you mad? Joke. Absolute joke. Hang your head in shame, Arteta. You have devised absolute rubbish. 2 attempts on goal, 2 goals. Wow. 2 attempts, 2 goals. 30 minutes played. Unbelievable. It's embarrassing. You're right, stylistic. I can't even think of things to say. Ebony, you're wearing the wrong colour. Wearing blue today.
I'm not even going to bother putting on any colours because I've just seen the score. It's 2-0 to Villarreal. You guys can actually tell me what's going on.
Rubbish.
I mean, we know that
rubbish is going on.
We know
Foolishness.
We know that Emery is tactically more astute than Arteta.
Yeah,
so,
you can say that.
Turn this down. Well, all I can say is that all I can guess actually is that our defending has been abysmal. Or is that an understatement?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Oh, Jesus.
Do you know, good evening, Ebony.
Good evening. Good evening.
I mean, you guys
could have been 3.
You guys know that I've got health challenges, and watching Arsenal, my beloved Arsenal, play like this is
embarrassing.
I can't outwardly show you how disgusted and frustrated I am, but this is just unbelievable what I'm actually witnessing. No cohesion, no identity.
Unbelievably.
We just look naive as a football team approaching a semi-final for a trophy that we need to win to financial reasons and also to give the team confidence and get our identity back. We just look absolutely naive on the ball, and we look at our place. We actually look like we don't deserve to be in the semi-final of a European trophy.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
Oh, we've got a penalty apparently.
I thought it was just outside. They're just checking VAR. I mean, this could be charity right about now.
Well, checking VAR, you know, VAR hasn't been kind to us this season. Let's be honest.
No, you're absolutely right there.
Ooh.
Every single time it's VAR. Oh, let's just check. No, it's not.
I thought it was just on the line, to be honest. Oh, it's handball to Pepe, so he controlled it with his hand. So I'm not sure if they're going to give that to him, but he did tackle him inside of the box. Which, let's see VAR. It's going to be interesting to see if VAR penalise Pepe because of that handball.
Or was it hand to ball or ball to hand?
Ball to hand, but it'll be interesting just to see what he does. Rev looks like he's going to give a penalty. Not a penalty. He looks. Oh, he's checking with his.
Yeah, checking.
Assistant. Let's see what's going on. I don't think he's going to give it. I don't think he's going to give it.
Right, he's going to review it.
Yeah, I think he's going to review the ball to hand with Pepe's control.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the one, isn't it? It's going to be the handball.
Yeah. And you know what? Let's hope he doesn't give a yellow card for that.
I think it's not a penalty.
It can't be.
No, it's no penalty. It's not a penalty.
Oh, see, he's going to give a yellow. Told you.
A yellow for that?
Yeah.
Really? You're running. Yep. The ball hits you over your head on your hand, on your arm, and that's a yellow card.
No, he didn't. Oh, he hasn't shown it to him though. He took it out. No,
yeah, that's right. It's gone against us basically. There's no penalty. The ball was handled, even though it was ball to hand, and the offending player that tripped up Pepe got a yellow card.
Yeah, looks like this tie is done out. Unless we can retrieve 2 goals in this second half.
All I can say is that, you know, when they come to the Emirates, is that we're going to have to score. If it stays 2-0, we're going to have to score 3, and I can't see it.
No chance. And keep a clean sheet. Are you mad?
Go on, Saka.
Is that a foul on Saka?
Oh, it's free. It's throw on. It's a throw on. Throw on. Unlucky, son. Unlucky.
Oh, come on, that was such a. I know he's trying to go for the ball, but oh,
Football hates. Cronky says, "What's everyone's plans for the weekend?"
I've got Zoom meetings that I can actually occupy my mind and teach me and school me and invigorate me. Quite
What?
frankly,
Did you say something?
and yes, I mean, watching Arsenal right now,
Okay.
I don't want to be depressed over the weekend. Not that Arsenal depressed me, but I don't want to be miserable. So I've got things doing this weekend.
That's a good decision, Ebony. Who are we playing this weekend? Stora Parker, yeah, good fight. Andy Ruiz versus Chris Ariola. Natasha Jonas versus Katie Taylor. Good fights, some very good fights.
I'll watch that. Where's it on
Sky? My boy Spider, Craig Richards fighting Dimitri Bivol.
Greg said
2-1 down. What?
Well, 2-1.
I don't really care about United, to be quite honest.
I couldn't give a damn now.
Well, you know what?
Actually, part of me does, because my late father supported them. So, there's... Anyway.
We take it.
It means nothing to me. Dead competition now.
Fine.
Take up.
All right, Chambers is on board. We're on attack. He puts a deep cross in. And he goes out.
Some mad things in this game, man.
Goes out for a throw.
I don't know what it is. That somehow these guys, their touch is bad today.
Greg was saying, what happened to the team of the FA Cup last year? The one that could defend well for 90 minutes. We spend so much time thinking about the attack, we lose sight of the fact we're defending much worse than we used to under Arteta. And Andrew said, a goal before halftime is vital. Second half may prove different on that basis. It's
Sonny Edwards.
Apollo, I know, all right? I know. And I don't care what people say, I don't care how annoyed people are in hearing about Martinez, but it's a fact. I don't care what anyone says. Come at me if you want. Apollo said it. We will not, with that goalkeeper and his shenanigans last week, we're not going to make top 4.
I mean, here's the thing for me, and this has been my focus all season, and my frustration with Arteta, because as Greg has said, Arteta seems to have lost that tactical side of his game, where the players on the pitch are reflecting that we just look naive as a football team against somebody who's tactical. I just can't see how we're using our pace in this team, in this formation against Villarreal. It's concerning.
Hello, troopers. I thought I would come and join you in the misery. Known as Arsenal.
No, miss. If you've got anything to do better this weekend, do it.
Oh my God! Like, honestly, wow.
Does anybody recognise our team? Does anybody? I mean, they're wearing blue. I know they're wearing. I don't understand this type of football. It is not even.
We can blame Arteta for the setup.
I actually agree with what Apollo just said about put Xhaka back in the middle. Why would you want to put him at left back in a game like this against a team like this?
Are you seeing that we just got a penalty? I think I'm a bit behind you guys.
You are, and we didn't get it.
Yeah, it's overturned.
Sake.
Like every other decision, like every other VAR decision this season.
I'm being serious, guys. if you've ever played table football before, okay, if you played table football before, you can see what Villarreal are doing.
Yeah.
Right, they're moving the ball. Simple game, table football. What Arsenal are doing, I cannot identify that in any format of football, and that is shocking.
First, it starts with the setup, and then secondly, it's to do with the players' mindset. And I believe the players' mindset, they look half asleep. You know, we can criticize Arteta to an extent, but the players just look like they're just not up for it one bit.
I just don't like the setup. I mean, at the end, by the way, F Shaka. I mean,
I hope that doesn't mean that there's another goal that was scored.
Talk to me.
No,
I hope that doesn't mean there's another goal.
We nearly went 3-0. You went round the goal. You went round Leno.
Yeah, I've just seen it. And Leno's very lucky that he actually went around the houses into town not to score that goal.
And once again, Facebook listeners, please don't forget to sign the waiver in the topic heading, and this will allow your name to be seen, so we can hail you, give you props, and big up your comments. So please don't forget to sign the waiver so we can see your name. Man alive, we are hanging on. Apollo says they're getting so much space and time on the ball in midfield. It's not just in midfield, it's in defense. It's in attack.
It's like we're ball watching again, you know?
Yeah,
that's what I'm
waiting
doing.
for somebody else to do something.
You know what? I mean, Tony, you know what it's like. We play football together. You know when you play against a team that are better than you, but then you still believe in your ability on the ball, and
you know, Tone, it comes down to individual battles. You know, even if your team are being outplayed, you have to have some pride and say, you know what, I am not allowing my man to get space. That man there, he can't get in. Yeah. And that's the problem right now. Too many decisions are just being left like, oh, well, I'll let somebody else deal with that.
No one's taking responsibility.
No one.
Danny says
second goal is an absolute travesty.
Yeah, it's shocking. Danny says we've seen this performance many times this season. I totally agree.
Yellow card for Ceballos. Yeah, knew that was going to happen.
In fact, we've seen this performance more often than we've seen good ones. When will people realise that our manager sets us up like this?
I actually don't see what Ceballos brings to this game. I really don't.
We feel the same way.
Why? I don't know the lineup, to be quite honest. I know that Xhaka is in his right position.
No. Listen, if it gets to 4, like what Apollo just says, I think we should all just go to bed. No, Apollo, that is unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Well, after all, it is Emery's Cup.
But you know what you're expecting now, right? Is you're expecting half-time, 3 substitutions.
Awesome, bias, man. What are you doing?
You got a point.
Get the ball moving.
I highly doubt he's going to do it.
If I don't see Ceballos, Xhaka, and somebody else coming off at half times, I'm vexed because he's got to affect this game somehow.
Nabil says Nabil, big up, bro. How you doing? He says I'm breaking my fast. I'll be frying fish at half time. bro, man. I know you've held out, man. But
wow.
Don't let your pass get break for this team, man.
Passing is awful.
Don't let this team do this to you, man.
I've got no idea what they've been doing in training all week.
I
literally have no idea what they have been doing in training all
This is
week.
why I don't watch training videos. I don't watch training videos for the simple reason is that whatever happens in training, it doesn't manifest.
So that's
you
it,
don't
guys.
Have to.
It's half time. Villarreal 2, Arsenal 0. Let's give our thoughts on the first. we could have silence because that could probably respect our thoughts for the first half. That's my personal thought because I don't want to lie broad and give people false hope. But I didn't see anything in the first half that gave me any confidence in that setup. That we anything.
Oh my God!
Um,
Sorry, I'm a bit behind you guys, so I'm just seeing the.
That's my concern. I saw nothing in that first half, and that is concerning. Tony, what's your thoughts on the first half?
Shockingly bad in every sense, from defending, attacking, progressing. I mean, what part of the game did we have anything that you could actually go, we did well at? We did nothing well. Absolutely nothing. The passing was atrocious. The shooting was atrocious. Nobody's doing anything to make you think, well, at least one player is trying harder than another player. You know, right now, if you were to say, give grades for the first half, everybody gets a 2. Everybody. Because nobody is trying. There's nothing, there's no system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? We're playing with no striker. There's no balance to the team.
Yeah.
Arteta's got to be looking and thinking to himself, but what the hell? I might as well play Martinelli because he's going to give 100% effort.
Why is he not even starting in the first place?
Granit Xhaka on the left back.
Why are you playing? Why is he being played at left back when we have Cedric?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Nabil says on Facebook, he says we need Laka and we need somebody a point. We need.
Well, Laka's not even in the squad, so Laka's not an option.
I mean, the one thing the team have managed to do is put the shirts on correctly and represent the kit in formation. That's really about it. I'm concerned in midfield. I'm concerned in midfield because we're talking about, yes, we can have a Martinelli up front, but we don't look like we have an idea when we're on the ball in midfield. We're holding on for it too long. We're not looking for the outlet pass to the wings early. And because, as you said, Tony, we don't have a point man up front, that ball's not going there. So
there's absolutely nothing. I mean, you know, I really don't get it. Smith Rowe is ineffective. Saka getting nothing, doing, you know, there's nothing to give him any space. Don't, for crying out loud. Whoever said bring on Willian, please go take a flying run of a short pair. I don't want to see that guy in my team ever again. You know, yeah. I'd rather play Balogun. I'd rather play you know, Martinelli. I'd rather play Cedric. I'd rather play, you know, just there's so many options here. If I don't see 3 subs at halftime, I'm vexed. It's simple as that.
With all due respect, I think the person who made that comment is the person who controls the stream. So if he does do a runner, he may save us from further misery in the second half. Niamis, what's your thoughts, bro? Sorry, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry. I'm about 5 minutes behind you guys, so I'm still watching the first half, and it's just awful. I mean, for me, it comes down to the players. Like, they haven't showed up. You know, you could criticize Arteta for the lineup, why he didn't play a striker, because now we don't even look like we're in a position to score a goal. I think it was Bertram was saying in the chat about he's trying to copy Pep, which is what he's tried to do, like what Man City did last night. We're not Man City. We're not Man City. He's playing the way how he wants to play instead of playing the way to get the best out of the players. And I hate it because, you know what, we've put ourselves in a position where it's almost over. Like our whole plan for this game should have been score goals. The onus is on us. We are the away side. We have to score goals. Yeah, like you should be setting this up. Like every single striker we possibly have that's healthy should be on the bench.
Wow, can you believe Edin Dzeko scored for Roma? Edin Dzeko must be about 40.
I'll tell you one thing for me. Just following on for what you're saying now, Emis. I know you started off saying that, the players are going to take a bit of responsibility on the pitch. But for me, Arteta is making the players look bad in the formation and the setup that he's getting in play. We've got good players there, but they have no cohesiveness with the formation that he's setting them up with. And it's deeply concerning in a match like of importance for today that he can go to this formation where we've shown no confidence all season that we can play this type of football. When have you seen Arsenal keep ball? You keep ball if you're not going to play a striker up front. This formation and the best person that you have in midfield to keep ball ideally would be Xhaka, and you're playing him left back. So Ceballos is in midfield. We don't keep ball with Ceballos in midfield.
He thinks he's Pep. No, honestly, like what? Hold on. The game that Pep Guardiola had was what? Was that in Spain? Like him and Pep Guardiola must have had dinner together and said, you know what? We're going to play the same game, same tactics, and trust me, it'll all work out. Like Arteta, like somehow he has to find a way out of this. And it's like Tony said, if he doesn't bring on substitutions at halftime, guy's clueless. Like there's no way he could wait to the 70th minute. Like, because this is bad. Like at least Man United, like I know they're 2-1 down. Like at least they've scored a goal. Arsenal.
I'm just seeing
next season is on the line.
I'm seeing that first goal, and that first goal is as shocking as the second goal.
First goal's easy. It's just a knockdown. Player comes in the box. Like I know Granit Xhaka is at fault as well, but Thomas Partey's there. Like it's a complete whole defensive mistake. Like everyone, Ceballos is at fault for that as well. Like it's just a mess. It's one big mess.
Evening, Alex. What's going on? Big up Callum Fodder in the house.
Hey, what's up, Alex?
I will get to Ebony. I want to give her a moment to give us our thoughts in about 3-4 minutes' time. Let's read out what's going on in the chat. Emery in says people need to realise that Arteta doesn't know what he's doing. Juventus also appointed a novice, and look what's happening to them. Well, I wouldn't say Pirlo's a novice. Yes, maybe at management, but they have a lot of problems like Arsenal, and I believe Pirlo would sort things out there. I'm not too confident with Arteta at Arsenal right now. Not to Apollo, he says Arteta wanted to emulate Pepe with no striker approach. He failed miserably. That's the only explanation I have for the stupid lineup he fielded today. He's Pepe in disguise. 2-1 is the worst we can leave with today with any chance for next week. We need a goal and can't concede another one. We can't concede, and we've got to be mindful of picking up yellow cards because the second leg's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. It should be a battle, I should say.
Why? The second leg will be a procession.
It shouldn't be a possession if you think about it.
Listen, the way we're playing right now, Tone, we are not going to score a goal, and there's more chance that Villarreal will score a third. If this game is 3-0 and we have to go home having to score 4 goals, it's over. You don't beat an Unai Emery team 4-0. You don't.
True.
Unai Emery is the daddy of this competition. He is the undoubted king of Europa League football. If it hadn't been for the letdown of the players I was at the Mestalla when we beat a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah. and then we go to Baku and we just flop. And I don't put that all on Emery. I don't.
Oh, I put it on the players. Oh no, I don't blame Emery for that.
No.
he played all the players we wanted.
Yourself, Unai Emery was one game away from a European title for Arsenal. And his league position was no way near as bad as Mikel Arteta. So
yeah, I mean all season I've kind of got tired of the frustration of Arteta, because until he shows me anything else different, I'm not going to expect it. It's just frustrating for me that you have the youngsters are sitting on the bench and they're not getting the opportunity. And, second half now, we're looking and thinking, okay, we're 2-0 down. We all on the panel and guys and family in the chat, we've been calling this guy out to make some changes in the first half. And if he doesn't make any changes at the start of this second half,
don't bank on it.
It'll be a long one. Ebony, what's your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I didn't really see much of the first half. What I saw was when I did actually log on, I did actually see a lot of ball watching, a lot of space. I did see moments of brilliance, of I said moments there, of brilliance, fleetingly. But apart from that, my main concern, having not seen much of the first half, is the way the team's been set up. We have Cedric. Why is he not a left back? Why are you playing Xhaka at left back?
Joke.
It doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna play somebody who isn't a left back in left back, all right, put Saka there, put Xhaka in his rightful position where he's more effective. And I think the reason why he's been put at left back in this game is because Arteta thought, oh, right, he's done well in 2 games, so therefore, I'm going to try him. No, this is a completely different ball game. A completely different ball game. Why are you against Sheffield United? That was Sheffield United. No disrespect to them, but Sheffield United are a crap team anyway, and they're going down. They've been relegated. So, it was okay to play him at left back. You can't play certain players out of position against a team like Villarreal. The setup's all wrong.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to say to myself, well, how can I see positives for the second half? And it's almost like you have to convince yourself that the team's capable of doing something, knowing that the manager...
What I want to see is a team that comes out in the second half that actually wants to fight and wants to score and wants to play. We're giving them too much space. It's almost it's a bit like the Fulham game almost, or not the Fulham game. One of the games where we just didn't. The Olympiacos game where we gave them too much space, too much time.
Yeah, just going with some of the comments in the chat, and the feeling here is, Greg says Arteta has broken me. I want him gone. Fabrice says chop and change tactics and formation ahead of a semi-final. Oh my head! Players couldn't be asked. Tells me everything. They are under no pressure. Win, lose, or draw. Andrew says there is no way back for him. That should occur. Danny says, Niomis, remember we were speaking about how Xhaka was exposed against Everton and that he shouldn't play left back today. We also said Arteta wouldn't notice that and would play him there regardless. The players are out now. Villarreal look to have made a substitution, and man like Robocock is now, Coquelin is now on the pitch, and we don't seem to have made any changes. Rob Holdings is having a chat to the referee, asking if he can give us a blood, give us something.
Unbelievable.
give us some charity to try and get us back into this game. That's what captains do. It's going to be a 45. No changes. Arteta's been Arteta. And, he's going to die on his sword.
What's a clown?
Right now, Arsenal attacking from right to left. If anything's going to happen to Arteta, it's going to be the manner of how we go out. And this is probably the type of manner that could actually change things if we do so.
Neomis has gone to the bottle.
Yep.
I'm not even going to ask Ray and nephew to come and console me today.
Yeah.
No, he's just gone neat. He's just gone neat.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get a couple cubes of ice.
Neat.
I'm gonna sip on this for the next 45 minutes. If Apollo ends up being right about 4, I'm coming off. I've got work tomorrow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
this
give you my grade. As I mentioned before, at halftime, everybody's on a 2. So unless we score goals, everybody ends the game with a 2. If we concede more, it goes down to 0. So that's the simple, short and tall. If we even get a goal, they might get a 5. If they get a goal, there might be a 5 in this game. So right now,
Tony, I'm following on what you're saying here. The biggest challenge that everyone here on the panel and in the chat is going to try and pick a man of the match out of 2. Okay.
oh, please.
You're right, 100%. 2 is the highest score that you can give somebody right now in our team, and we've got to find a man of the match out of 2.
You can't be called a man of the match if you only have 2, bro. Yeah, you know when you say man of the match, that's when a player has done so well that he's getting 9s and 10s.
We've got to find a 2. Ooh, Pepe has a chance. Deflected off the ricochets off the and goes out for a corner. Seriously, let's see how good our football assessment is.
Let me see if this free kick actually touches one of us.
By picking a man of the match out of 2. That's going to be interesting. Oh, surely not. We can do this, guys. Coughlin's on to shore up things. Emery's smart.
Come on, only guys. Make it count.
Can we give Emery the man of the match for coming to play in Arsenal, having enough bottle to just go and slap us around like the itches that we are, beating his successor. I mean, well done, Unai Emery.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to hate. You know, we can give the love and give the man of the match to Emery. You know, that's good love. It's fair. Oh my gosh. Imagine that. Evening.
You on tone?
I'm on 48 minutes and 10 seconds.
I'm on 48:26.
Okay, I'm about 35 seconds behind you guys.
So Greg says Willock in Sabia's position all season. Willock, I know players have been. He's too young. He's too expensive. Willock in Sabia's position has the legs to get back and the brain to hold the Villarreal player up. He did that in the group stages. You can't play a limited attacker at left back. Leave Partey alone in midfield and stick a young midfielder as a false 9. Balogun has now signed. Why not play him or Martinelli?
Don't try to make sense of something that makes no sense. You know, in life there are some things that just make no sense, and then we as human beings, we find ourselves trying to make sense, like racism. Yeah. People try to make sense of racism, but you can't, because it makes no sense. And even worse is you're trying to convince people like, it works in this way and it works in that way and it can only be this and it cannot. It's no. Don't give it. You can't. define it in them small terms. Yeah. For my sins, I'm a boxing fan. And much though I love boxing at the top end of the sport, some of the ludicrous things that happen in the game of boxing just absolutely stun me. You know, absolutely ludicrous, like, oh God. I don't see the point in Chambers is putting in some great crosses, but ain't nobody in there who can header the ball. I don't see, what is that tactic? What is that tactic? Literally, I'm going to cross the ball into a dangerous area, but not one of you mothers is good enough to go up and leap above a man and put your head on the ball. Not one of you.
Guys, this is seriously. If you want to learn how to play football, okay, watch this game to not play this way, because I am seeing no cohesiveness. The ball movement is just shocking. It's like you have to point to somebody to tell them to go in. Triangles is natural. It's just this is just poor.
One shoot.
Absolutely poor. So Pepe's on the ball now. Ceballos, Odegaard, pass, go on, Odegaard, have a shot. Come on.
I honestly can't believe that every time we've had a corner, not one of our men has actually met the ball.
There ain't
Been the first.
Ain't no headers on this team. Oh, bloody hell.
This is painful. Absolutely painful.
Thank the Lord for the women's team.
Well,
what the women's team doing? They ain't winning.
They're playing better than this.
They ain't winning shit. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but they're about 4th in the league right now.
Better position, in a better position than the men.
Yeah.
So come on. Tony, as I used to play football in that position across the front, this is painful. Painful watching us move the ball in attack. I cannot identify this. These guys are pros. These guys,
and you kind of go, Tone, you kind of look and think, okay, guys, I tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't show me something in 5 minutes, I'm hoiking 4 of you off straight away. Yeah? Right now, I've got 5. I'm a warm up 8 subs and take 4 of them off.
Because it's just inept.
Ask yourself the question, can Eddie Nketiah do any worse? Can Martinelli do any worse? Can Cedric do any worse? Can Fuller and Balogun do any worse?
You know what? The goalkeeper just kicked the ball to Saka.
Man United have equalised. Cavani.
Kick the ball to Saka. Saka slips over in attack, loses possession, and you just think it's not going to be our day. And when you get charity like that, when the goalkeeper kicks the ball out to Saka, you think maybe something could come as a result of it. Now,
I mean, I love Bukayo Saka, but there are times you have to just say the kid is not on his game today. Take him off. He's not on his game. You need to change something. Reece Nelson, get yourself warmed up, son. Willian, even the Willian, the W man.
Get lost.
Even the W man. You know what? Screw this. Because these guys right now are showing nothing.
My word, come on. Smith Rowe, I think you're going to... He's running. Go in there, son. Get in there. Unlucky. Good run. Unlucky. At least you're running. At least you're running at the players. That's what you need. Because I can't see it any other way where we're using our pace. Well done. You may get man of the match from me, Smith Rowe, just for that. Just for that run, because I've seen nothing else today.
Oh, jeez. You can't have a man of the match with a free score, bro.
Trust me, I'm giving a man of the match. Even
Bro,
if
you can't give a man of the match with a free score.
even if Smith Rowe's got, if no one gets above 2, Smith Rowe's my man of the match just for that run.
You can't have a man of the match with a bro. It don't work like that. Man of the match cannot be man of the match, yeah, when your score is less than 5. You can't have one.
Apollo says, Vinci, they're camped in, looking forward to a lovely counter-attack. Yeah, I mean, we camped in, but we're just not doing anything. We just show no invention with the ball. Okay, as we get in trouble by the Spurs fans. 2-tap Lennon and 78 is killing it. What's going on? We got from London in from our noisy neighbours. Tottenham forever. So we've got 2-tap Lennon. Let's give him a clap. He's coming in because his team is. He needs to see what's going on with the pride of North London.
Man of the match, Kitman.
Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Coletto says Arteta is incompetent and clueless.
Oh my God!
The players
get sent off.
The players see that's why it's hard to play for their manager.
Tobias has been sent off.
Yep. As I said, what did I say?
This
Yellow
game's
cards.
over. This
What did I
game's
say?
over.
Yellow cards, discipline. He's asking for what?
Go back to Spain, man. Get out of here. What is that?
He's saying for what? There you go. There you go, Arteta. Guys, if you wanted to know the manner of how we go out, is what's going to be the deciding factor if Arteta's going to go.
Okay. Now Tobias has been sent off. I want to see what Arteta's going to do. How he's going to.
Was that really a yellow? Was that really a yellow, guys?
But he's on a yellow.
He should have been taken off at half time. He was on a yellow card.
That wasn't a yellow. That was not a yellow. To be fair,
not a yellow, guys. I mean, look, I'm not greatest fan of Ceballos anyway. But that's not a yellow card for me.
Guys, his ankle, guys. If that was if that happened to any one of our players, we're calling for a yellow. The guy's on a yellow card. We're talking about discipline.
What are you doing?
We're talking about discipline. Yeah. This is the player that. This is his tournament. Ceballos always does this second half of Europa. Foolishness. That's discipline.
What did he do?
He stamped clean.
He didn't do anything, to be fair.
He stamped clean on his ankle.
But it's not a foul, Tone.
On his ankle.
No, but it's not a foul.
Yeah, but the player charged in and his ankle got in the way.
The ball.
Look,
the player played the ball.
You're running and a man puts his foot underneath your foot.
Exactly.
You can't stop running.
But the ball had already gone.
Start running in midair.
The ball had already gone. Yeah, let's look at it. Yeah,
Bro,
if you
I understand that he steps on the guy's ankle, but in real time he can't do anything.
In real time, that's a stupid challenge.
It's not a challenge.
It wasn't a challenge though.
He's simply running.
Yeah,
he's running towards the ball, and the player sticks his leg out.
Tone, if you're going to get the ball, you're not going to put your foot there. You're going to get in front of him. So if you're saying it's not a challenge,
man down, ref, man down.
The player's standing foot is his standing foot. Bearing in mind, his foot's not moving, the ball's moving. His standing foot's stationary.
Smith Rowe is rolling on the floor.
He's not making a challenge, Tone. All it is he's running, and the guy puts his leg out. And look at the guy; he's at full stretch to touch the ball, and Tobias can't do nothing. He just runs over the guy's leg.
To be fair, the guy came in to make a challenge, and his ankle got in the way of Ceballos. Ceballos didn't actually go into him.
He makes no movement towards the challenge. He's simply running.
I don't. Me personally, if I'm playing, and someone does that to me, I'm expecting a yeah.
Bro, you can't not run at the ball. Just because I'm on a yellow card, you can't stop running at the ball.
We're not talking about stop running. We're not talking about stop running. Yeah, his stationary foot is not moving. Okay, so why is Ceballos putting his foot on a stationary foot? He does. That's
running, Tom.
Get the ball. Challenge for the ball, not his foot.
It's okay. You're not seeing it the way I'm seeing it.
Look at Tone. Have a look at it.
Listen, you know when Ceballos makes those really glaring errors, and he's made several, I call him up on that. But on this occasion, he's not made an attempt to tackle. He's simply running. He accidentally goes on the guy's foot. It's an accident. But hey, that's my view, and that's it. And
it could have been 3-0 just now.
Though. That's the game done. If we keep this at 1, if we keep this at 2, we've done well.
I don't think we've done well at all.
Oh, look at that! Jesus wept. What the hell is going on?
It's like everyone's cramming into our goal area, and it's just like we just can't. You can't seem to get the ball out.
Yeah, well, Tony, we all got different opinions on that one. I think Pro Lover agrees with you. He says I've got it wrong.
Oh, now you're bringing on Martinelli. Oh, 62 minutes. Well done. Very early. And taking off Odegaard.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Well done, you clown. Flipping joker.
You know what? I'm going to probably skip Sunday's game or whenever we play. And I'll probably watch some women's boxing. That's what I'm going to do this weekend.
The women's boxing is a good fight.
Yeah, I know.
Natasha Jonas against Katie Taylor, a rematch of 2012 Olympic final.
Danny says, "That's the manager. Stop being negative. You're being a toxic fan, Danny. Some of the stuff he's been getting told by saying Arteta is shite." Yeah, Danny, back the manager. What's wrong with you, man? He's still shite. What's wrong with you, Danny?
Is that Mr. Apollo?
That's because he's
It probably was a bit harsh to send off Ceballos, but the only thing that I can see is that the referee was there.
I know, Apollo. I know. Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, are we staying up for the draft tonight, boys?
Yeah, but I'm going to stay up because I need a little bit of. I've been trying to watch some NBA as well from the past few
weeks.
Yeah, Nyamis, you're going to
make sense, bro. 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds. Bro.
What's the 2 rounds?
I'm tired. Arsenal have ruined this evening for me. I'm ready to go to bed.
Done. Season done, bro. Season done.
Right.
Let it be known.
Right.
April 29th. Season done.
You can get on the neat, man. Get on the neat, and then you have a nice, good night's sleep after the first 2 rounds.
I still got it. Still got it.
That's what we're saying, boys. Carl Pitts goes to 6.
Yeah, I want him, man. I'm staying up for it. First 2 rounds. That's me, man.
Oh man,
is that what's his name warming up?
I can't see it happening.
Is that what's his name warming up? What's his name?
We moved on to a different sport, Ebony. I'm not even bothering to talk about Arsenal right now. I really can't be asked.
You think he's going to get Atlanta?
I think you know what? Atlanta and the Bengals will be mad not to take him.
Yeah.
So I can't see him coming down to 6.
and especially as Atlanta are looking to trade Julio Jones. So
Yeah,
you know,
Is this
they're-
American football we're talking about?
yeah.
yeah.
And where are you watching
Trading
this?
Julio
It's on
Jones
Amazon.
is a madness. That would be just completely mad. I know they wouldn't trade him until June 1st because of the finances around that. But boy, that just makes no sense to me.
That link,
Come on.
link-
Oh, my-
you know, the app.
whoa.
You can type NFL, and then it will come up with most. CBS are probably going to be showing it, so you'll be able to tap in. Oh my gosh!
I know. It goes over the crossbar.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
and
I think we're gonna end up going with Jamar Chase, which I'm not too displeased with. I'm quite happy with Jamar Chase.
there's a lot of talk about us getting an offensive lineman as well. So
Yeah. I think we're gonna go O lineman with the 18th pick.
I take it you'll be watching. Is this on Sky? Sorry, I wasn't quite listening. Is this on Sky?
no, I think that it should be on Sky. It's the mock draft, but you know that
it's on Sky.
the app I sent you. If you got you can also watch it on that streaming app that I sent.
You know what? I'm good. You know what? After this, I'm going to make myself laugh and make myself happy and watch some Big Jar on Facebook.
Come on, Pepe. Come on.
And Ao Minx and Daphne Springs.
Danny says, "Why aren't Villarreal going for it more here? They could wipe us
They
out."
know they got us. They know they have.
Control football, man.
They got us mentally beat. They know it's done.
Control football.
Actually, I think they are going for us methodically because they know that we have to try and chase and get something out of the game. So
that's
they
right.
can escape.
They know the further this goes, the more we're going to try and get something, and then they can spring a little surprise. Look, this game is in total control. You're playing 10 men. This is the easy ball. They can concentrate on their Sunday league game now.
Apollo says
Newcastle
quite out for me.
If this club did not do a proper loan and allow Joe Willock to play for Newcastle, I'm telling you right now, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
If Joe Willock is on the pitch on Sunday, we're in trouble.
Everybody, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
You know who we need right now in this game? Ainsley Maitland-Niles, our utility player.
Something.
We need
we need him.
players, man. But look.
I'm concerned there for you, Naomi.
We start doing our crystal ball stuff now, where we start looking and saying, okay, well, it would have been different if we had William Saliba, Matthew Guendouzi, this man, that man. Look, Arsenal are going to sell between 7 and 9 players this summer.
Danny says,
us, the Cronkies have indicated, and this is going to you, Dan. You were talking about this yesterday.
100 mil?
You don't think they're going to do it? I think they are.
Nah.
I think they are.
They're doing this so everybody signs up for what you call membership and season tickets, and then they're gonna pull the rug underneath everybody and be like, surprise! Your star signing will be Edin Dzeko. So someone along that lines.
Bro, I've got to be optimistic and think, well, the fans have made it clear. This is no longer acceptable. And the only thing that will make Kroenke change his mind is if the fans turn around and say, okay, we gave you one chance in the summer to make us change our minds. And Dan said it in this chat yesterday. What would you do if in the summer Stan Kroenke invests in the club and buys Erling Haaland, Hakimi, Bissouma, and Donnarumma? What would you do? What would you
Of
say
course you would.
if they
You would
players
love it.
end up
You
at
would.
Arsenal this summer? Are you going to be saying Kroenke out?
Yes.
Of course not.
Yeah.
No. Like I said this yesterday, because all I want is for the owners to invest in the club. But that's like saying I'm going to win the lottery like
Hang on,
tonight.
Wait. So
It's not
this
about it.
investment thing you keep talking about. Arsenal
No,
have
I mean,
the most expensive strike
No.
trio in the Premier League.
It's not about it's not about investment. It's not just about investment.
It's
not
about
just
getting the right players.
Yeah, we have
So
Man
no.
United are 3-2 up now.
But wait, ask yourself the question: whose fault is getting the players? Because as far as I'm aware, Stan Kroenke doesn't buy players; he gives the money.
Of course, it's Edu and Arteta. Like they're all to blame. All of them. They're all to blame.
So now we're going. Okay, the problem doesn't lie with the Kroenkes. It lies.
No. The problem
people.
does rely on him as well, because
Okay,
I don't feel.
Here we go. Some
You got
excitement here.
You got a pen.
I'm still behind. I'm still behind, guys. So I don't know.
It is a penalty.
We got a pen. We got a pen. Last,
Who the,
Okay,
you put
second
Pepe
ball
on it.
and
You
the
put
box.
Pepe on it.
don't like that. Wait. Let no dribbling.
That doesn't mean we're going to score it.
No VAR. Penalty.
Here we go again.
Stone
Here we
pen.
go again.
Stone pen.
Can somebody get sent
VAR?
off on their side?
Stone pen.
Come on. Oh, Lord.
He's pointing to the spot. And
Oh,
Pepe's
sweet
taking it.
Jesus. Well, why aren't you cheering?
Stone
Did
pen.
we miss?
No.
Am I back on real time?
Not yet. Pepe
Oh,
ain't
I'm back
taking
on
it
real
yet.
time.
Definitely a pen. So Pepe's
Pepe,
down.
if you score this, I will cook you your favourite meal.
Sweet Jesus, Pepe, come. We'll have all the jollof rice you want, man.
He's bouncing the ball like he's going to do a free throw.
Not yet.
He steps back.
Ref, get out of the way, man. The goalkeeper knows what he's got to do.
Steps back.
All right. We got to go back. Come on now. 2-2. Let's get these away goals.
Referee steps away and goes to have a chat with the goalkeeper. For what reason, I have no idea.
He scores.
Oh, you know what? Let me pause it. Like,
Neilman just jumped ahead, right? He went into his time portal, bro. Neilman was like 3 minutes behind, you know. He just jumped up ahead.
all right, hold on. Where am I right now? All right, they're still showing the goal. Listen, we can make a comeback. I can't believe we're saying this right now. We can do it.
This is like West Ham all over again.
2 away goals. If we can get 2 away goals straight up, yeah, you're still in the tie. 2 away goals, regardless of what Villarreal do. 2 away, we're still in the tie, and this team needs it. Well, hook or by crook. I think Pepe's kind of vexed right now. He really is.
Of course, we've played like crap all game. What minute are you guys on so I could stay level with you guys?
73 minutes and a half.
73-17.
Okay.
So that's 10 up for Pepe this season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well done for him.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do something, man. At least make me go to bed one happy woman.
Andrew Oates says, do you think they did this all deliberately?
Probably.
Haven't made a sub yet. No, Carlito, we have not made a sub yet.
Oh, Martinelli,
we
Yes,
have.
we have.
We made
Martinelli.
one.
Why has
Who
he
did
only made one?
Who did Martinelli come on for?
Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Odegaard, okay. Laboured, man. Proper laboured.
You know what? I don't know if Aubameyang is fully healthy, but if he's got 15 minutes in him to give 100%, then
That's what I would say. Yeah.
that's
I'm
what
exactly
you
the
gotta do.
same, bro. I'm exactly the same. If you're traveling on that coach, you need to be in a position to give 15 minutes of hell.
Yeah.
Because that's all I'm expecting.
Guys,
I'm thinking
listen.
to myself, go out there and 15 minutes, you run for everything. You know what I mean? You just you empty the tank. I know man's had malaria and stuff, but you empty the tank in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Apollo, you give me a joke tonight, man.
It seems to be
Pepe is legit. I tried telling you mother truckers.
Hey, listen, Apollo ain't jumping on my bandwagon. I was the original Pepe lover. Anybody will tell you from day one.
And you
And
know,
I've always been the one to tell people to give them a chance.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been the Pepe hater. I've been the one, the Pepe.
But guys, seriously, you know, Arteta's made a change. You got to watch this game. You got to see how players come onto the pitch with intent. And this is why I've been raving about Martinelli from the moment I saw his scouting videos when he was a young guy. Because this guy's mindset, as soon as he walks on top of this pitch, he's not messing about. You know, he's got the ability, he's taken it, he can back himself up with players, and he doesn't stop running. And that's what we need for our youngsters. It just hurts me that we have a manager who's not believing in this talent.
Saka's been brought down.
That's a shocking challenge. He's got to pull it. Yeah. Absolutely shocking challenge.
Send him off. He's going off.
He should be off.
He's going off.
He should be off, man. I can't believe it's yellow. You've got to do something worse than that. Shocking challenge.
Take Saka off, put on Aubameyang. Take Saka off, put on Aubameyang now.
That's awful. That is real. That can't be a yellow. That's a straight red, bro.
He's got to be off.
That's a straight red. I don't care what you say. How are you giving that a yellow? That guy is a see you next Tuesday. Sorry.
Straight up, mate.
That's a straight red.
He just runs right into him.
Well,
That's a straight red. It's a leg breaker. It's a leg breaker. That man should not be playing football again for 6 weeks.
Man, that's the red, man. What are you doing?
Red all day.
Well, if Ceballos got sent off for what he did, he got a second yellow, then this should also be a second yellow. You got to be consistent. Got to be consistent.
Man.
Referees are never consistent. Never consistent.
That's a straight red.
It's a second yellow, is it?
No.
My man's still trying to... Yeah, it's got to be red.
That's awful.
My man's lying on the floor. He's milking it because he knows what's coming. I'm on 730, 77.40. Ebony, you're ahead.
I'm 77. I'm now 88. 78, sorry.
Red, Ebony.
No. He's still got the yellow card in his hand.
What is he doing?
He's about to give the second yellow. He's about to give the second yellow.
I'm not sure if he's actually waiting for information.
Yeah, he's got one already. He's got one already.
So he's off.
My gosh. Shocking challenge.
What these referees trained to do? Look, he's milking this to the max.
Start, man. 4-2.
No, United got this.
No,
they're in the finals.
That's still 2-2 when you think about it, because Roma got 2 away goals.
But what, for Man United not to score away?
Well, Roma at home are different team, you know. So teams away from home, they've got to get. That's why I said with 2 goals. If we can get 2 goals, we got a good chance in the second leg, because we know we can't hold teams out.
Yeah, he just got the red. Second yellow.
Oh yeah, he's got a red card.
Finally.
What's that, Capoue?
I see you later, mate. I see you later, mate.
All right, so now Villarreal are making 2 more subs.
Wow, 5-2 now, Man United. Whoa, they're not messing up.
It's done. United are in the final. That's
Right.
what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to kill them. 3-0 up, 3-0 goal difference. No way.
United,
Done.
United playing football like granite, man. Backside. Yes. 2-1. Let's see what's going on here, man.
Well, it's 10 against 10 now. So let's see what Arteta can do. Yeah.
Well, you know what? At least Emery is actually making changes as soon as stuff happens.
Yeah.
You can tell he's prepped for this. Come on, Arteta, do something.
We've got a free kick now.
I dare you. Do something. I dare you right now. Do something.
Proper boy.
Oh.
What are going on here, man? Go! Holy jeez.
That's what I thought. That's why I went like that. But
Lecoq is on the pitch for Villarreal.
Andrew boy. Send it. You know what? We win this game now. 10 against 10, win this game.
Listen, let's not go too far.
No, we in this game. We got space. Oh, we got Pepe. Yeah, we in this game now. And that shows our deficiencies where we need more space on the pitch that we can run. Apollo says we can probably win. Yeah, I agree. But we will hold the away goal. 2 away goals. If we can get that, man, that'd be golden.
He's got to throw the kitchen sink at this now, man. Saka looks tired. Take him off and put Aubameyang on the wing. Like, what's wrong with him? Like, put one in Ketia.
10 minutes, man. Play your man.
Let's go. And you know what? We're probably going to have at least 5-6 minutes of injury time. Like,
Andrew boy.
This guy,
what was that?
Andrew, the lash that some of these players need is with the tambourine bush, boy. That's what they lash you, boy. But boy, I tell you, the whole foolishness going on here today, boy. Send the ball, man.
Pass the ball.
Oh, backside.
What the hell?
You just
pass. What
Greg,
the hell are you doing?
Why have they got a free kick? Ball didn't go out of play.
How he really tried everything in his power to lose it, and he's still in it. Yeah, man. Somehow we're still in this game. But we need a second goal. We need a second goal. Cheese and bread, boy. What's going on there? What's going on?
Apollo's too much. Apollo's too much.
What that boy drinking, boy? You on the stout?
Oh my days.
That boy drinking the stout, boy.
Hey, man. We need a sub for real. We need
frustrating, isn't it?
Nice
How frustrating.
Oh my gosh.
Oh come on, man. When you pass it, look who you're passing to.
Well played, Xhaka. Give him the credit. Get it out there. He plays a nutmeg. Play.
Oh, Xhaka. You know, not Roberto Carlos.
I know. It's like, look who you're passing to, bruv.
Oh.
Go on, just touch. Don't stay in your feet, son. Stay in your feet. Pepe, go out to him, man. I'm to Uno. No. Oh gosh, got away with one.
Oh, well done, Granite.
You know what I mean, Greg? You know what I mean?
Got away.
You know how I want God at the end of the season? Leno.
Well, supposedly he's in the last 2 years of his contract, so he might actually go.
I hope he goes.
He's shit. Pardon my French. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, now guess who's coming on? Guess who's coming
Aubameyang.
on?
William.
Really?
Aubameyang.
The W man.
Aubameyang.
not Willian. Aubameyang.
Who is it?
Aubameyang.
Nketiah.
Alba?
Aubameyang's coming on.
Aubameyang.
Man, like Saka's coming off.
And he's referred
Yeah,
back
it
to
has,
his old
has to be Saka.
hairstyle.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no
don't
more Travis Scott.
Don't tell me that Pepe's going to go on the right hand side and Martinelli's going to go left. Pepe up top.
No, Martinelli should go right. Aubameyang should go up top with Pepe on the left. Oh no, but I think Pepe's on the right.
He's on the right, yeah. He's got Pepe on the right.
Stick him on the left, man.
Jesus
Stick him on the
Christ.
left. He's more effective there.
Today is a defeat for football.
Too right.
Oh man.
Yeah, I reckon the four of us can actually do a better job than this lot today. Seriously.
Defeat for football, too right.
What in the hell were you doing?
Apollo says Xhaka fans have gone from 0 to 100 all in the last hour. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. This midfield is absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
Well, Thomas Partey is playing on his own.
You know what? I'm not even going to give him Partey any prop, man. The whole midfield is just embarrassing.
I mean, he's literally by himself. The ball really shouldn't even be coming in midfield. It needs to go out wide to the wings. Go on, Aubameyang.
Did nobody want to mention that miscontrol by Rob Holding?
Yes. Just a minute ago.
Like, literally, you couldn't like. Even Kyron has better control than that.
You know,
and he's what, 6, 7?
Enough young youth, man, have decent control, so I can't even laugh because it's real. It's real.
There's two things I tell Kyron. You got to be able to control the ball and strike the ball in a straight line. That's two things that you need to do in football. Control the ball, strike the ball in a straight line. So when you want to pass it, when you want to shoot it, it goes to where it's meant to go.
And you do that before you do any step overs or
all of that. Control the ball. What
the thing I used to say to myself is, whatever I do, the ball, I must still be in control of the ball at all times. So if the ball gets kicked out from a goalkeeper and I'd like to track the ball or take the ball down with one touch, I've still got to have the ball at my feet, so I'm in control. And it's practice.
Wow.
Yes, it's out.
I mean, the funny thing is, this game should have been out of sight.
Yeah.
And we're still in it.
So, what's your thoughts? How confident you are for the second leg based on what you've seen today?
Not very.
No. Like,
no, you can't have any confidence in what Arteta's going to pick.
Yeah.
I mean, in a week's time, I would expect to see Tierney back. That makes a massive difference. I also expect him to play David Luiz.
Oh God!
Do you know what? My only confidence is that he won't play this formation again, and that is a big. If he plays this formation again with players fit and ready to play, he deserves to go. I can't see him play this formation again. I can't.
I just don't trust the guy.
What was the formation?
The same 4-2-3-1.
With no striker. With no striker.
Yeah.
No striker.
I hate that formation.
But it made no sense. We had strikers on the bench, like
3 of them. Not one, 3 of them.
You know, like Aubameyang, like he's injured, fine. Nketiah, a little bit out of form, but start Martinelli then. You know, if
you can't play a team and not have a focal point at the top end.
So now
The
Aubameyang
focus
has
of
a yellow card.
how the team structure plays. Who the hell are the midfielders passing the ball to?
So Greg
Who
says,
the hell is Chambers crossing the ball to? Ain't nobody gonna be there.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's like, you know, you're just passing it into space.
so Greg says, avoid losing 2 Europa League finals against Chelsea and another one against the unlikable United bunch. It's probably not too bad though. I'd actually rather go out in the semis.
I want to win a trophy. That's all I want is a bloody trophy.
we need European football next season, guys. Like,
We're not Tottenham.
Do you know what?
Need it.
Do you know what?
Need it? Why do we need it?
We need Champions League money.
Why?
No, I don't want to see us in Europe playing this type of football.
Why?
But I think we need a season out of it. This is embarrassing football.
Well, I did actually initially say that. I didn't initially say that, you know, if we didn't play European football next season, it will be a good thing for us.
Yeah, I can't. This is, you know,
what is the point of us being in the Champions League next year?
I'm a firm
financial gain.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer.
That's the only reason why.
That's it.
What would happen is we would end up being the 3rd team in a group and end up being back in Europa. So we might as well have stayed in Europa. And then you know what happens when that happens? You end up with a team completely shot by the end of the season.
Yeah, I've said that.
Right now, I'll take no European competition next year.
Man United 6-2
at the start of the season. That's what I said. Because I think personally, Arteta needs to have identity with our team. We were looking at the end of last season to a very tactical manager, and he's gone away from that this season. And I don't identify on how we set up to have an idea of beating teams who have a caliber of what Villarreal are showing and above. I just can't see our identity, and I think we need a season where he works that out, because we will be found wanting easily if we get in the Champions League next season. Easily.
We're just all over the bloody place, man. Jesus Christ. I've never seen us play so badly in our half. It's like we just can't get the ball out.
Listen,
it's like somebody's told him.
You have to give credit to Emery. He's put on. He's done well. In all honesty, he must feel really disappointed with his man, because this game should have been finished. What are you doing?
That's not a penalty. I'll penalty off Xhaka, not a penalty. We've got 2 minutes left, guys. Just why would you not?
Every time the ball is coming to our box, it's like we're scrambling.
Martinelli's run his heart out, man. He's run his heart out.
Oh my God. Oh, Aubameyang. Oh, saved by the keeper. Partey.
Oh, great turn by him. Great turn by Aubameyang.
What's the point? We actually got to Aubameyang. I thought it was a bit soft there by Partey, but it got there. That little hesitation lost him that angle. That little hesitation. Good shade,
he's not at 100%.
Yeah.
He's not at 100%.
I need to sort his boots out.
Hang on a minute.
Slipping.
Are you seriously making this substitution now, Arteta? Are you dumb?
This guy's an arsehole. How are you making a substitution 2 minutes into injury time? 3 minutes into injury time?
My brain hurts. My brain has a headache.
What is this clown doing? Is he really bringing on Willian with 2 minutes of injury time left?
And
Minute and a half.
And El Neni.
What a clown. What an absolute clown. Embarrassment.
What is the point?
Embarrassing.
What is the point?
That's embarrassing.
Listen, I beg you, I beg you lot give Arteta a 0 for this.
He gets a 0.
Yeah,
he gets a 0 for the lineup, his substitutes.
Joke things. Absolute joke things.
That wouldn't happen in FIFA. That's all I can say.
Game's over.
It wouldn't happen in FIFA. No one makes substitutions. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of injury time in
Let me
FIFA.
switch this thing off. Let me switch this thing off.
That don't happen, man. Nonsense. That's it, guys.
What was the point in that?
Pointless.
What? Just so Willian could take a corner?
The man's an idiot. And you know what? Yeah, I'm agreeing with Andy Roach. Willian is some bonus bullshit. This is how this man is clocking up money. Yeah. Come on for a minute and get 20 extra grand in your pocket.
Are you having a laugh, man? You know what? You know what?
That's some bullshit right there. I'm sorry.
And that is the frustration. It's the little things you got to look at. You got to look these.
Come on for a minute and earn 20 extra bags in your wage packet.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm vexed.
Oh my days. Like 4 minutes into extra time and you're bringing on 2 subs. Are you having a fucking laugh? Seriously. He's doing a Wenger. It's like, stop it.
No, it's worse than
fresh
a
legs.
Wenger.
It's worse.
Worse than a Wenger.
Minute.
You cannot compare this to a Wenger. Wenger never finished outside the top 4 at one time.
Nice says she's out.
This team under Wenger goes in the top 4.
High rating 0. Have a good night.
See you later.
See you now.
Thanks, Luke.
Take care. Take care.
See you later now.
Well,
2 shots on target.
No. It's all right. My son's he's not here. He's not here.
That's all right then.
It says 2 shots on target. The penalty and the Bamian at the end. Is it all?
Joke.
That's poor.
And Arteta can't be surprised by that because this is what happens when you go and don't play a striker.
Yes, love.
Guys,
Love.
an idiot.
Take care.
Absolute idiot.
And now we've put our Unai Emery in the position where all he's just going to do is play counter-attacking football. That's all he's going to do. Because we really have to come out.
Well, to be honest,
what time's the draft tonight, boys?
I'm not sure. Apollo, what time's the draft? We've got a week for our players to come back. So it'd be interesting to see who he plays on Newcastle. But
you know what? This is
me,
one of them situations like we had last year where you go, I expect Mikel Aziz to play, Reece Nelson, Joe Lopez, Ryan in goal. I'm expecting bare Utes to get a run out.
On Saturday,
I expect following Balogun to get good minutes on Sunday.
So am I, but it's not going to happen, and you know that. We all know that.
He's an arsehole.
Well, you might as well say he's an arsehole now.
And that's the thing, because you got to say to yourself, our league position, we're going to finish 9th or 10th. 9th or 10th. It's not going to make that much of a difference. 9th or 10th, based on the teams behind us. So you've got to protect your players for next week.
And in all honesty, them players that play tonight, they don't deserve to play on the weekend.
Hmm.
This was what was happening at the start of the season. Remember when the youngsters was killing teams in the Europa and the old men was fucking up week in, week out, pardon my French, in the league. And you were like, play the youngsters them in the league. And not until he was forced to. He didn't have a choice. He had to play the youngsters them. And then we saw an upturn. Well, guess what I want to see now? Youngsters again.
What have I been saying for the past few months? Play the kids. They have
man.
more verve. They have more verve than the older heads.
All season, man. Them mute there. It hurts me, man, because I'm trying to see Arsenal's future. You know, a lot of fans right now are getting wrapped up in the current and wanting European or top 4 right now. I just want our youngsters to get game time so we've got some hope moving forward, because I don't have confidence that we're going to get influx of money. I don't have confidence that they're going to spend the money wisely. So we've got to use the players that we have at our disposal and hope and pray that the manager is going to find some sort of formation and cohesiveness to allow them to perform. And they've shown with a dysfunctional manager, and I have to say he's dysfunctional, the youngsters have played him this season. So it's shown me that we have a bright future if they've been given the opportunity and the right man steers them in the right direction. And it's just sad for me when these guys don't get game time.
We'll see what happens on Sunday, but I don't have any faith at all, to be quite honest. I really don't. I can just see that, as I've said so many times, it's the same players that have let down Wenger, Emery, and Ljungberg. They're gonna let down Arteta, and they're gonna get in the sack.
But is it?
Yeah, I do.
Is it? Because as far as I'm concerned, Ebony, if a piece of shit looks like a piece of shit, stop playing a piece of shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Arteta gives the same players.
You can blame the players, but ultimately, the decision to play a piece of shit on the pitch falls to the manager. So who are you going to keep playing? Who are you going to blame when the manager keeps playing a piece of shit on the field?
It's ultimately the manager.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ain't blame. You know what? We all know Xhaka ain't good enough, but the manager keep playing him. So who am I going to continually keep blaming? I'm going to keep
manager.
blaming
It's the manager.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
And this is exactly my point.
The man who plays the piece of shit every week and goes to the man who keeps playing him. Incompetence. Thank you, Bertram.
That's my point. Basically, he's going to get himself the sack if he keeps on playing the same shit every single week. Every time he puts on, it's like Willian. He's not even worth 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But guys, this is the thing.
Keeps picking him.
Tony, I know you made mention to earlier on about the Kroenke doesn't buy the players and so forth. But this is the problem that I'm seeing with Arteta. Arteta's an employee, okay? He's doing the board, Kroenke, call them whatever you want, Edu, those guys ahead of him, yeah? They're happy with what Arteta is doing. So when you stop and you look at it, us as fans, okay, we're looking and seeing, okay, we've got youngsters on the pitch. How are you integrating them? The guys above them are happy to see that those youngsters are sitting on the bench. And that's a frustrating thing because this season our youngsters have saved us. So if the direction isn't from above and saying to the coach, you know what, we need to be really investing in these youngsters playing in, the manager is not going to make those changes.
We've got the wrong type of manager to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know, we're going to review the season at some point in the next 6 weeks. Well, even less, isn't it? Next 4 weeks.
Exactly, Bertram.
And we're gonna be looking at it and going, what clown allowed William Saliba to go to France?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're gonna say, what clown couldn't get Matthew Guendouzi to integrate into this team? Yeah. What clown is now watching Joe Willett tearing up the league, playing for Newcastle? What clown allowed Gabby Martinez to leave when he was clearly the better of the two keepers? You know, and these are the things that ultimately a season has shown us that the people who are in charge are incompetent to manage players.
So, Tony, I'm just going to add on, which clown allowed Ainsley Maitland-Niles? Which clown, based on last season, clown in the club?
Thank you.
We need answers for these things.
Yeah.
I'll let you continue, man. I'll let you continue.
So, you know, we're gonna be soul searching. Look, you know, I told Neomis this a long time ago. Don't get your hopes up for this Europa League.
Yeah, you did.
I did. To be honest, we're still in it. We're still in it. So I might yet be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I do so hope I'm wrong.
But the fact of the matter is, but the fact of the matter is, all of these players that you've mentioned, we need them now. We needed them months ago.
And they're all playing at a different club.
Yeah.
It's like Martinez.
And doing pretty well.
You know how much it hurts me that I've actually got his name on the back of my goalie top. And then the next day, you know he's being sold, don't you? It's like, what? Yeah. That hurts. Because he's the better of the two goalkeepers. And everybody, a lot of people on the 101 Facebook page, oh, you know, you're hard on Leno, and Leno's a better goalkeeper. Leno did this, Leno did that. It's shit.
You're right.
It's shit.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I don't take anything away from Leno from the fact that, you know, there have been games where he's been man of the match. There's been games where he saved our backsides. But his inconsistency is a joke.
Yeah.
The man has inconsistency in commanding his box. Martinez doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Guys,
Martinez instills confidence in his back line. Leno doesn't.
If any of those fans out there who remembers 1984, 1985, the likes of our youngsters coming through, the nucleus of guys that came through, and when George Graham came in and he believed in them, and what happened, you look at I'm looking at the youngsters that we have, and it pains me to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles go out on loan.
And I said at the time when he went to West Brom, we need him. We need him.
And you know, yes, we've got players coming on loan, but they should not have the freedom of the park at Arsenal compared to our youngsters coming through. So when I see Bios get all this love, it hurts me because, you know, we need a box-to-box midfielder, and we have a youngster who's willing and he's got the legs in Willock, and he showed it in the League Cup. He showed it in glimpses in Europa this year, and look what he's doing now. A little bit of belief. He's getting in there. And it's just, it hurts me. It really hurts me because our kids need to get played. They really do.
Right there, Apollo.
Yeah, definitely.
Winning that FA Cup. Yeah, straight up. Those two. They gave us the platform to stay in the games against Liverpool in the league. Man City,
FA Cup semi.
Huge.
And you sell one, and you send one out on loan, plus Willock, plus Saliba, plus Guendouzi, plus Mavropanos. People forget about Mavropanos.
Yeah.
And yet we still have the likes of Xhaka, Willian, Leno. We just about got rid of Kolasinac and
he's coming back. He's coming back.
And
just so you know, guys, Kolasinac and his stay at Schalke was not a success. They got relegated on Saturday. That's how good he was.
And you stop and you think, Schalke got some money, you know. Schalke
Yeah.
some money, and they got relegated.
Yeah, they got relegated.
Yeah, they got relegated with who? Kolasinac.
Still our player.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
So
Cool.
yeah, I mean,
part of the whole part of the review for this season has been, I know I'm going to say already, and it's been a disaster.
Look, that's an interesting comment from Cool K. Will we be seeing Xhaka at left back next week? I'm hoping Tierney's fit enough to play.
Yep, we will see Xhaka at left back.
I don't think
to Arteta.
I don't think we will see Xhaka in left back. I think he will play in midfield because Ceballos won't be there. So he's going to have to do something. He's going to have to do something.
Who play on that in midfield? Who play like Arteta is so stubborn. Like he won't even attempt to play any youngster. He won't try anything different. He won't play like a Smith Rowe or an Odegaard in central midfield. He won't do any of that. This guy is like no. Can we do the ratings? Have we done the ratings?
I'll go last.
Yeah, Miss Man, your drink ain't even cooling you down, boy. What's going on there, man?
I'm done. Like I have said it for weeks. I am Arsenal down. I came here with belief and hope and promise.
Boy,
it's only half time.
Half time for real, man. And we got
time, boys.
We got to go. We got
an away goal.
Player ratings. Apollo's gone with Leno. Guys in the chat, pull up your player ratings. Let's go through this.
Nothing for Ceballos, nothing for the X-Man. Saka gets a 6. I'm not really sure about that, but anyway, Pepe gets a 5.
So in order, Leno 3, Chambers 4, Holding 3, Mari 3, Xhaka, Partey 4, Ceballos, Saka 6, Odegaard 3, Smith Rowe 3, and Pepe 5. So Apollo's going with man of the match. Saka, perfect team.
No, there's no man of the match, bro. So when you look at that and you go, all them players that got a free should not be playing on Saturday. None of them. I don't know if Leno deserves a free because could he have done anything today? I mean,
we had some good saves. Like he probably kept us in it. I know, even though he made some dodgy mistakes, but but
I mean,
you can't fault. Personally, I can't really fault Leno for what came at him. I mean, he saved it. He saved stuff that came at him.
Yeah,
It's what you think he kept us in the game. If you look at those. So
because now they're showing Leno saves. Like he had 2-3 great saves that came point blank in the box at him.
So in essence, he could even be our man of the match. If you stop you think from the saves that he made in comparison to what outfield players did.
I think because of the nature of the
that
performance.
Point blank save there that they showed. Yeah, that's got to give him a bit of kudos to get at least a 5, I would say, because that looked like that was a goal. That was a goal all day.
You know what? I'm going to go with my ratings, and then we're going to go to the chat. So I'm going to go with Leno. I want to give Leno a 7. And that's my man of the match there, Leno. Chambers gets a 3. Holding gets 2. Mari gets a 3. Xhaka gets a 2. Partey gets a 3. Ceballos gets 2. Saka gets 3.5. Odegaard gets 2. Smith Rowe gets 2, and Pepe gets a 5 for me. 5 for that his endeavour. It's a poor footballing performance today, and I'm giving Leno man of the match for his saves. Because if he didn't make those saves, I think the referee would have just scrapped the second leg because it would have been that bad. It would have been out. So my man of the match is Leno with a 7, and Arteta. You're not getting any ratings from me today. Absolutely not. I can't give you. I know Bertram. I know ratings out of 5, but based on the quality of the saves, I am giving Leno a 7 for the keeping us. He's kept us in the tie. You know, I can't say that outfield in the tie. I ain't gonna show no hate based on the fact that we lost 2-1 and we got man sent off. Yeah, we're still in the tie for that same man, and he didn't put a foot wrong today, right? So I'm giving him a 7. You guys, if you want to give him a rating, do what you got to do. But yeah, so let's go to the chat and see what's going on. Let's see what the family is saying. We've got Greg. Greg's rating. He's giving a Leno a 4, Chambers a 2, Holding a 2, Mari a 2, Xhaka gets a 0, Partey gets a 2, Ceballos gets a 0, Saka gets a 4, Odegaard 3, Smith Rowe 3, Pepe 4, and Arteta 0, and no player stands out really for Greg. Cool K gives Leno a 1, Chambers gets a 1 as well. Holding gets 1 as well.
Wow.
Mari gets not easy.
Another 1. Xhaka stands out by getting a 0. Partey gets 1. And Ceballos decides to join Xhaka on 0. And man of the match maybe at 2. Saka gets 2. Odegaard gets 1. Smith Rowe 1. And Pepe, the standout man with his penalty, gets a 3. Not to leave Xhaka and Ceballos on their own, Arteta gets 0 from Cool K. Wow. T, what are you saying, man? You ready for yours?
Oh, easy. Leno gets a 5 because he didn't do a great deal and he saved us from conceding a further couple of goals. Everybody else gets a 2. I'm done.
5-2. 5 and 2. The rest of honor.
I'm done.
The rest of honor. Galan.
Oh, Galan.
5 and 2. I see you later, mate.
Oh, mate.
Oh my.
Painful. Don't wear the shirt again. 2. Bertram, you've got
not even sending tonight.
Listen, Bertram, I need your ratings tonight. We need your ratings. Stop holding out, man. Stop styling out yourself, man.
Stylistic says Leno 1, Chambers 1, Holding 1, Xhaka 0, Partey 1, Ceballos 0, Saka 2, Odegaard 2, Smith Rowe 1, Pepe 2, Arteta 0.
See, look, my marks are better higher than those. My 5 and 10 2s is higher than that.
5 and 2s. The only reason why I'm giving Leno some props is because he's saved. Outside of that, Wow. Semi-final of a European tournament, and the rating's 5 and a 2.
Only Arsenal. Only Arsenal. Can somebody read out Bertram's ratings, please? The last one, just I think is
Okay,
perfect.
so
Okay. Let's 5, Chambers 4, Holding 2, Mari 1, Xhaka 3, Partey 6, Ceballos -10, Odegaard 2, Saka 6, Smith Rowe
God.
5, Pepe 4, Auburn 0. Well, he didn't have a lot of time. Martinelli 4, Arteta retire.
How did Smith Rowe get a 5? Really?
I
guess
Because he ran around a
because
lot.
he tries.
I know he made a really
He
good
just
run.
ran around a lot. I'm not joking you, but I can run around a pitch for 90 minutes. I could run around a pitch for 90 minutes at 52, nearly 53 years old.
So just
So if
dissect.
you put me on, I'll tell you something now. If I was on that pitch, you would have noticed I was running. That I meant I got a 5.
Is it sentiment says Bertram, you're drinking white rum at work 5 and 6. What are you back saying there, boy? Greg saying, what if
Why is man getting 5?
What a rough.
He's running. Man is getting paid 30, 40 grand a week to run. 18,
Apollo,
19 and 20.
Apollo, can you put Bertram's ratings back up, please? Because I'm just trying to dissect that.
I'm just trying to understand what is going through my man's head. He must be drinking white rum tonight.
Listen, if you want to drink your rum, man, take the bottle cap off before you put it in your head. Apollo, I need to see Bertram's score ratings, man. I need to see it.
Bertram has certainly lost it, been losing it for a while.
Apollo, we got to.
I love you daily like a brother, man. But today,
So what you're trying to say?
5 for ESR, really?
You're saying the first
Pepe
goal.
scored a goal. Pepe scored a goal and got less than ESR. Come on, really?
So Bias was up for the first goal, and outside of that, he was just atrocious in midfield. Smith, Bertram, you must have a delayed feed, man, because I don't know what's going on. It's the period, brother. But I respect you. I respect you because everyone's got their own decisions and viewpoints.
Bertram, I love you like a brother from the other side of the world. I love you like a brother, bro. Today you got it wrong, bro.
Boy. That's jokes, man. But you know what? We've got to laugh at ourselves in these situations because, yeah, it was painful. It's a painful game to watch.
It's embarrassing.
Agreed with Bertram. ESR did well when he dropped into central midfield. He did do good. I mean, he did have good dribbling runs once or twice. He did try.
Lots of effort.
It's just the first half painful from him. Go for it.
The problem is that Arteta made him look bad because of the tactics that he set out. He played him in a position almost in that Kevin De Bruyne position, whereby he's a good player, but like no, he's not De Bruyne. He doesn't have the goals that De Bruyne can give you. Like, I mean, like I think it was Bertram again who mentioned that like he clearly tried to play the Pep way. And he got schooled, and I'm like, why would you play Pep way? Like,
you don't have the players to do that.
Yeah, it's like, what are you thinking? Like, the same football manager.
Yeah. In actual, let me just rephrase what I said. We don't have the manager that can coach that type of play into the team.
Yeah, you don't have the players to play that way.
The question I'm going to ask you guys, if you just think about Arteta's mindset today, he must have seen something in training, that convinced him to think that these guys can keep hold of the ball just in this week to come up with that formation against this team. And that's concerning because all season we haven't kept ball. Our possession stats have been nowhere near to say, well, you know what? We can dominate possession away from home against Villarreal. Arteta's, this one's on you, bro. 100%. And it's sad, you know, for me, the likes of Smith Rowe, his confidence gets damaged in games like this because he gets
Because of
pulled.
him.
Yeah.
Because of him. It's down to the manager. And I swear down that if the injuries didn't occur to the older players, Smith Rowe, Saka, they'd have been shipped out on loan.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the youngsters that have actually saved his carcass.
And I think he exposed them tonight with that formation.
Yeah.
Andrew says Arteta was drunk. D-Dub says, but I think they're going out in the next leg, just like Man City. Pep and Mikel overthinking things. Back to my drink. Peace out.
See you, D-Dubs.
See you later, D-Dubs.
He says, I repeat, the only way this team stands a chance is if Tierney is back for the second leg. They play with a fit up top, and Xhaka moves back to midfield.
Xhaka, I don't know why Xhaka was at left back, and we've got Cedric that can play left back. All right, he's not as good as Tierney, but
makes sense, isn't it?
Why?
He's got more pace than Xhaka's got in his. He's got more pace in his little pinky finger than Xhaka's got in both legs.
Is that sentiment there?
Yeah,
I think it's sentiment. You made a comment earlier on. Xhaka and Mari and Holding were at fault for the second goal. Set piece one side to the other, out jumped, outthought in our box, quite pathetic. And it was just so simple. You just think, well, you know what? We've got quite tall players there. No fight.
Actually, the second goal, the main perpetrator was
Holding.
No, it was Thomas Partey, because Thomas Partey's man scored the goal. If you see the replay, Thomas Partey's man runs and he's left for dead.
Oh yeah, was it Albion?
Yeah. Welcome, Bertram. How you doing, bro?
Hello, Bertram.
So I'm getting criticism about my rating.
Why come on? Like, Bertram, did you see how terrible we was? Go and have like lunch or dinner, mate. Like,
the reason why I want to rant like everybody else, but I'm not emotive about this. My manager is incompetent. It's been proven. So let me just say this, guys. So you're playing a game. Your midfielder is struggling. Guys with half a leg are running by him, and he can't catch up, right? He's struggling. He got a yellow card, and it's halftime. You're down 2-0. You could have been down 4-0. You have to change it up somewhat. Either go 3 at the back, try something new. Nothing. Second. He comes on in the second half, Ceballos. He kicked the guy in the shin, in his shin. Should have gotten a second yellow. He didn't get the second yellow. You are watching all this saying, you know what? He's struggling. He's stretching. He can't get there. It's going to happen sooner or later. It's inevitable. And then he gets a second yellow. Not intentional, but he can't be on the field to create that situation at risk for you. And I was sitting there thinking, he can't be that incompetent. No, he can't be. No. He can't be. Yes. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, my God, he is. He's proved my point. He's incompetent. That makes no sense. I'm just saying it makes no sense. It's just, I'm jumping off. I just jumped on to say, you know what, I got to go vent because my manager, who I want to give another year to, I don't need another minute of him. He's incompetent. So here's what he does. He only makes changes 70 minutes and upwards. He's a Wenger disciple. No matter how bad it is, he doesn't make any changes. Never does, never will. Makes no sense. And you guys can tell me how good, and Tony keeps saying how good Mari is. Mari is not aware. He lacks awareness. I keep telling you guys this. Lacks awareness. The second goal, the goal that was the first goal, what a chance they missed. He's looking outside when Xhaka has man covered versus looking inside to see who's behind him. So therefore, he's creating pressure on his own team because he's unaware of where he is on the field. Secondly, we can't pass from the back. or passing. Mari made 2 passes. Did ask my nephew. Same spot on the field, same location, no Arsenal player. It's almost like he's addicted to the spot on the ball, kick it. I'm sorry, guys. We're not good enough, so I shouldn't get upset. We're not good enough, and you can't create miracles or you can't create something significant out of nothing unless you're a genius, and we're not genius. So my man doesn't know what he's doing. Why is Martinelli on the bench? Why is he following Man City playing with no striker who can keep the ball? We can't keep the ball, so you have no number 9. How does that work? The one time the number 9 came on, he got a ball and he didn't put it away because he should have either cut the man back inside and just tap the ball in the net or chip the ball over. He tried to kick the ball through the keeper, which made no sense. But he's been out for a while. I forgive him. But I just sit there thinking, I can't take this anymore. So I'm probably going to retire for the rest of the season because I can't watch incompetence. I'm just not into the competent business.
There's too much to talk about. There's too much to talk about, Bertram. There's a lot. Listen, Arsenal are in transition right now, and this is the meat and drink of the season where we have so much to discuss. It's literally like the point in the season where we can actually go, season done in the league. We got one more game. We have one more game. Everything else reverberates around what Arsenal can do with the youngsters and the strategy going forward for next season. And that should be all our conversation should consist of. I don't want to even do a watch along for Newcastle. It's pointless. Unless I see Miguel Aziz and all them youngsters playing, I'm interested in watching Arsenal on Sunday. I really have no.
The problem point is we were out coached today. So here's why you get rid in the game. Emery played a touchline. Emery played wide. Emery created so much space for his team. He played the 2 wing backs wide, right? He used the keeper quite a bit. He spread his team really wide. He did like what Pep does, so touchline football. So if you pressure me on the wing, I create one-on-one situations. If you come to me, then if I can beat my man, I have the skill to beat my man, I could have a lot of space behind you. He did that for the entire game. Arteta doesn't see that. When we get the ball, we can't keep it. Look how easily they kept the ball. They should have scored 4 or 5 goals. They should be kicking themselves tonight because they had so much time, so much space on the ball, so much opportunities. They didn't put them away. They got a guy beat Leno and kicked the ball out of bounds. They just missed so much chances. And we had 2 shots with a penalty, not a shot on goal. No. And my friend Partey keeps trying to find his mom who's lost somewhere in the stand and try to get her the ball, try to get his ball to his mom. He keeps trying to find her. I'm not sure what. She's not lost, Partey, because every ball you kick is the same location. I have no idea what it's about. But it's not encouraging. But you know what? Anything can happen. It's 2-1. You go home, you bring on Lacazette and the Aubameyangs of the world. Hopefully they'll do better. Not sure they will.
And Tierney.
And you bring in the David Luiz. Because here's the thing. Every strategy, you have vulnerabilities, right? Any formation of vulnerabilities. So if we had a David Luiz today, when they're pressing us high, you could play the ball behind them with exactness and reach our players. We didn't have that. Because Holding can't pass and Murray can't pass. So we don't have that strategy that we can look for the vulnerabilities in the team and exploit them. We don't have that. So anyway, I'm going to leave you guys to say I got stuff to do. And it's been great. I have another season to look forward to no Europa League next year. You know, that's even as bad as it gets. But maybe we won't be tired. We won't be tired. We'll be fit. We're not a big squad. We'll be fit.
Can I ask you one question before you go?
Yeah.
Can you just talk to us and explain? Emile Smith Rowe, you gave him a 5.
It was a mistype. It's meant to be -5. It's meant to be -5. It's a mistype. It's a mistype. No, because you know what? I thought he should take up ESR at halftime. I thought he should take up ESR. He got -10. Emile Smith. Look, I love Emile Smith Rowe. He's a brilliant football player. But he should have been a -5 because you know what? He should be taking up at halftime. He wasn't in the game. As Tony was saying, he was running around, but I'm like, ESR, I'm not sure what you drank last night. Must be running your belly or something because you're not in the game.
Bertram, you're too much,
It's
you
a
know.
mistake. It wasn't meant to be. I apologize for that. I gave Partey a good score because all people are seeing is Partey passing the balls out of bounds to nobody. I saw those, but I'm telling you, watch Partey throughout the entire game. He's trying to do it all by himself. He's trying to make the final pass every single time because he has no confidence in the people around him.
Yeah.
So everybody gets, he never plays it one time because, hey, you know what, I got to create something. Even the ball to Aubameyang was a brilliant ball.
Yeah, great ball.
Brilliant ball. And he tries to do that, and sometimes he overdoes it.
Yeah.
And sometimes he makes blind passes. He expects it to be someplace, he makes a blind pass, you're not there, and he's looks like an idiot. Like a quarterback throwing a ball to a receiver going to a spot, and he's not turning up at the spot. Then you feel like you're an idiot.
Yeah.
But anyway, have a good night, lady and gentlemen. And I'm sorry. ESR wasn't a 5. Just maybe I missed the minus.
Oh my!
Oh,
but it cracks me up.
Absolute quality. Too much, man.
Oh.
It was a typo. Yeah, right.
Boy.
Shit.
I'm just seeing these
just
goals.
watching the Man United goals, man. Jeez.
I'm not even interested right now.
Hey, no, I'm not joking.
6.
I could. No, I'm not. I'm watching the game, right, and I'm going, how open are Roma? They literally left the whole. They were playing 2 defenders at the back.
What kind of nonsense is that?
2 defenders.
Insane.
They must have really underestimated Man U.
Man United, yeah.
Their goals have come with 4 players playing against 2 players.
Now, guys, if you remember, in all seriousness, last season, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was getting grief for how Man United were. All right. Now, you look what's gone and happened this season. Yes, Pogba, he's come out in the cold and he's playing, and they're likely to finish second and likely to be in the final.
They're in the final, not likely. They're in the final. Is there any
hope that you can see that Arteta could do the same next season with this team? Seriously.
No, because he doesn't show progression. And at least Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has consistently shown upward progression towards his last, 3 seasons. And I know Arteta hasn't been there for 3 seasons, but...
That was never a pen, Tony.
No.
Sorry, Nermis, go for it.
No, I was saying no, because at least with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you saw an upward trajectory of progression. Like, they finished, 2 seasons ago, they finished, I think, 6th, and we all laughed at them. And then they finished 4th, and now this year 2nd. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Man United win the league next season. That's they've got an upward trajectory, whilst Arsenal are consistently declining. That's why I've always said that 8th should be like the bare minimum, because at least it shows consistency on the same level. Well, once you start getting to where we're finishing 9th and 10th, or even worse, 11th, I mean, for me, it's a no. And Arsenal can, have at least finish 8th. This season, but for me, I just don't trust Arteta. I don't trust his selection.
The league doesn't lie. The
table don't lie at the end of the season.
Look, we finished poorly last season. We finished even worse this season. 13 defeats already, with another 1 or 2 still to come. It's the worst season I can think of in my time watching Arsenal, and that's 41 years. I've been watching Arsenal 41 years, and this is the Europa Cup run apart. It's just woeful. I mean,
I'm gonna say, yeah. Sorry, go on, Tony.
I just don't get excited by the thought of what this team is capable of doing right now under Arteta.
I'm going to say no right now, because I think going into the next season, I personally can see Arteta choosing the same bullshit over and over and over again, and playing players out of position over and over again. It's just going to be the same rigmarole. You know, when he first started, you know, everybody got a little bit excited because, you know, he showed some form of progression away from Emery. And everybody was happy that Emery got the sack because, I don't know, he may have lost the dressing room. He didn't have a great command of English. He was making, you know, he was, he kept, you know, we were under Emery last season. We were a second half team. We played badly in the first half, and then come the second half, we started to excel, and we ended up winning games or drawing games. Now, you know, we have Arteta, and I'm not Arteta out. I just want him to understand that there are players that will continuously let him down. And he needs to understand who those players are. We know who those players are, but he needs to know who those players are. And if he doesn't get to grips with who those players are that are letting him down continuously, he will get the sack. And if he continues playing, and if he doesn't get the shape of the team right, he'll get the sack. And I can see that right now. I can see that progress. I can see that continuing into next season.
Yeah.
Right now, the answer is no. But I'm yet to be. I'm open to be proven wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the saddest thing for me, as I've mentioned many times on this podcast and on Facebook. I don't see Arteta to be the tactical manager who's prepared to play players who can make the difference, whether old or young. That's concerning to me as a young manager, because he's sticking with a system in his head and a first 11. That's how he wants to play. And it's sad to see the team we love play this type of football based on the years that we've had under Wenger, where, you know, we've moved from boring Arsenal supposedly to an attractive football. And, you know, I look at those George Graham years and I love them because we had structure, we had pace, and we had potency in the right areas, and there was a togetherness in the team, and he played youngsters. So that's why I liked it. And I'm looking at the youngsters that we have now who are being asked to do a lot and being made to look bad due to the formation that the manager chooses. And it's concerning. So, yeah, I mean, we laugh at United, but as Naomi said, you can see the trajectory that they've gone, and they're going upwards. And sadly for us, we're going into the opposite direction. And that's something that you would think the guys above, the Arteta, the Edu, the Vinay, the Josh, should be looking at and be saying, okay, Mikel, we believe in you, but you're not doing what we asked you to do. Because I'm not seeing a rebuilding enough. Yes, he sorted out defense to a degree, but what I'm seeing down here, I'm seeing some shambolic defending. I'm seeing some shambolic positioning in midfield. I'm seeing some inept attacking play, and that should be concerning for the guys above asking Arteta to do a job, because us fans who love the game, passionate, those who go to the games prior to COVID, and those who go to away games, passionate, dedicated, they can see what this team needs. And yes, we aren't privy to what goes on in training, but we can see the attributes and capabilities of players and the cohesiveness. And some glaring questions have got to be asked from the manager from above. What are you doing? You know, today, the first time, I don't think Arsene Wenger, in his, guys, tell me if I'm wrong, in Arsene Wenger's management, has he ever played a game without a striker?
No.
Nope.
No.
And I mean, this is Europe. I'm not saying that, yeah, Wenger made mistakes. You know, the players who played for him said it outright. He allowed them guys to play, and he wasn't concerned about defense. But
At least have a striker. Come on now.
I can name Del Bosque with the Spanish team. Won the was it the World Cup without a striker, or the European Championship? The one of those two tournaments without the striker. I've seen Man City do it.
The only way that works with playing without a striker is when you have midfield players that score goals regularly.
Exactly, and we don't have that.
We don't have that. We for crying out loud, we gave away a goal scoring midfield player and Willock to Newcastle on loan. Like we would have needed 4 midfield players that score goals. Like all of our wide players would have to be consistent goal scorers, and they're not. Probably Pepe is the only one. That's what he just reached double digits. Like Saka hasn't, Ceballos hasn't, Smith Rowe hasn't, Odegaard hasn't. Like if that's what he was thinking, then he's absolutely lost it. Because for me, that's a common sense decision.
So Andrew was saying that the 2005 FA Cup final, Bergkamp was up front.
Yeah, on his own. Yeah.
Yeah, but Bergkamp was more of like a second striker. Like I'm not classifying him as a midfielder.
Yeah, I class him as a striker. Bergkamp's got the mind of a
hell yeah.
Number 9.
Bergkamp can fit in as a striker any day.
He led the line for his country, so he's a striker in my eyes.
Absolutely.
I get what he.
I just can't see. You stop and you just think, put it into perspective. Arsene Wenger never did what Arteta's team sheet set out today, and he had a striker who he played on the weekend, Martinelli, who he played up front. That's where we've got to look at Arteta now.
Part of me still thinks that Arteta is at Man City.
But
what he fails to remember is that we don't have a team to do what Man City does. We can't afford not to play a striker. That is the most absurd thing that I've ever, in the Arsenal team anyway, that I've seen in a very, very, very long time. We do not have high-scoring midfielders to not play a striker, and I hope that this is a lesson to him today. I hope the fact that he brought on 2 subs in the 4th minute of extra time today. I hope he actually looks at that and thinks to himself, all right, there are players out there that are not playing well. They're not doing what I want them to do, so therefore they need to come off.
Apollo says Emery used to struggle against 10 men. Anyone remember Watford? Never seen a manager get dominated as much as him whenever his teams have an extra man. That's really bizarre. That's a good point there. And it could cost him if we do get a miracle in the second leg. Says Waltord would be a starter in this current squad.
Don't knock my boy Wiltord, mate.
You should be.
Yeah, he wore this shirt with pride. Don't forget Wiltord at Old Trafford, bro.
Yep. That goal. Yeah.
Legend forever.
I was there at home watching.
There we go.
I used to berate at times because sometimes he used to, some of the balls he would just hold it up and I was like, just release it. But
he done his little circle, didn't he, Tony?
Yeah, man, he my head, man.
Running a circle.
Can I just say that, looking at Apollo's about Shamak, the fact that we had Shamak, who's the other donkey that we had? Who was that? Sanogo. Who's the other one that we have? The Danish boy, the Danish Senderos.
Bentner.
Oh,
Nicholas Bentner.
Nicholas Bentner. To think that they were in a higher position in the table, and they were crap.
Yeah.
And now that we've got better players, we have a manager that can't manage them in the way that they ought to be.
Atrocious.
Like I said, I'm not Arteta out, but he needs to sit down with himself, and he needs to ask himself questions.
He
Why
needs
am I?
to
Why?
ask himself why the hell he's doing
Why?
what he's doing
Why
with the
am I?
substitutes.
Why am I continuously picking the same players that let me down game after game?
So guys, I hear a lot of talk about this being a process, and it's almost like carte blanche that Arteta can do what he wants. So again, as we say, Arteta's got to sit down and have a look at himself and see what's what. But Edu really, as fans, we've got to look and say Edu's really got to be the man to sit down and say, you know what, is Edu strong enough to challenge Arteta about some of these decisions?
Nope.
I hope so. You don't think so?
What makes you think that? I mean, listen.
It's coming from above. That's why he's continuing doing the stuff he's doing. He's allowed to do it because no one's asking him and no one's saying to him what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Arsenal backroom structure right now just looks a complete utter mess. The fact that you got no scouts, yeah, I mean, where are we gonna get players from when nobody is scouting?
They're gonna call up agents. Remember, this is their plan. When we have no money,
I'm like, hang on a second. Who the hell is scouting for Arsenal?
No, miss, they don't answer my calls when I tell them who to buy. So you know what I mean? So I don't know who, as Tony's saying, who is giving them leads on players.
I can't believe that we don't have any scouts. I mean, like, this time last year or 2 years ago, we had Mislintat.
Yeah.
We had a whole heap of scouts. Now what it's looking like now, it's looking like how Wenger used to be, when he had the say on which players he wanted and what to buy and who to buy and how to buy and all of that. So is this now part 2?
The thing is, even Wenger would have been able to find some gems that you never heard of, but now I honestly, I think we're going to be linked with the same old players. I heard today we're linked with Philip Coutinho once again, the real obvious ones, the ones that, like, yeah, they're good players.
Come on now.
No, hey, listen, I'm not making it up. I'm just saying.
We need fresh blood. We need young blood who's got ability, pace, who's got passion. I want to see the likes of the impact that Anders Limpar gave to the team when he stepped up, pace, dribbling. Man like Santi Cazorla. When these youth man, they come into the team and they show their ability, and you sit back and you say, "Wow, transform the team." There's players out there of Cazorla's ability at a young age, but it's down to the manager if they really want to coach that type of player into our systems.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got talent. We've got talent in our midst. But are we nurturing it? Are we fueling it? Are we using it in the right way? Because look, at the start of this, again, it comes back to this scenario. At the start of the year, when the competition started, our youngsters was tearing up the Europa League. I know we was playing a lot of, teams out in the middle of nowhere, Molders and all that, but them men was doing a job. And you was able to see the talent they possessed. Then all of a sudden, man stopped playing them. And we unfortunately have lost some of them now because they've gone to pastures new for at least the 6 months of this second half of the season. And you have to ask yourself, what are you doing to develop our youngsters?
Nothing. As I said earlier, had the injuries not occurred to some of the older players, the likes of Saka, Smith Rowe, maybe even Guendouzi would never been given a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at Pepe, and obviously, he's like the Marmite man. Some like him and some hate him. But I kind of think, what would Pepe be like if he was playing under Pep at Man City with all them ballers around him?
A lot better.
He'd probably be scoring 20 goals.
It'd be like how Mario.
He's on 10 at us in a shit team.
If you see what Mahrez is doing this season and the transformation that he's made under Pep, you'll see Pepe do that. You'll see him hugging that touch line, and that's what you'll see.
So really and truly, it's down to what the manager can do and how much the manager can get out of a player. And it seems to me that Arteta can only go so far.
Hey, Greg, big up, man.
See you later, Greg.
Yeah, Victor made a good point here. He says, looks like scratch my back, I scratch your back. Arteta will play Edu's players and Edu will back him at the board level. Does kind of look it.
I mean, I question that logic, because isn't Cedric one of Edu's players?
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? You gave man a contract for one game. You gave him a 4-year deal for one game. Because remember, he came on loan for 6 months. And for 6 months, we didn't see him. And then the last game, or second to last game, he got a little sneak. And then we gave him a 4-year deal. I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this?
Yeah.
Because I really was unsure about how we got that deal.
I'm still not sure what the fee is.
You didn't play him at the start of the next season. And then he started coming in and he was like, oh yeah, okay, he's showing us a thing. And now all of a sudden, man can't get a look in. Callum Chambers gone past him.
Yeah.
They only want
He's playing in a position that man could have been playing in. And
exactly.
Wow. Cedric, what did you do?
Yeah. He must have kissed his teeth during training or something like that.
Or wore some funky aftershave.
Yeah, or side-eyeing Arteta during, because
what does man have to do? I'm a dedicated wing back. This is what I do: bomb up and down the pitch, deliver crosses. Okay, I can't deliver crosses as well with my left foot, but goddamn, I can get up and down that pitch and support a wing player. Overlaps. I've even scored a couple of goals.
Honestly,
they are.
I only
scored a couple of goals, and you can't play me at left back over Xhaka. Are you mad?
They want Xhaka to stay. That's what it is. They want Xhaka to stay. They want to give him as much games as possible. Same thing when it comes to Callum Chambers. They want Chambers to stay so that they can keep their quota of homegrown players, because they're gonna call all the young players except for probably Smith Rowe and Saka. Like it's just bad.
I guess when you're looking to change a game like you were today, you was 2-0 down at halftime, and you think to yourself, what can I bring off the bench to make an impact, to change the game? And you don't think, well, you know what, maybe I should swap one of my fullbacks so that I've got more pace up and down the flanks to support the wing play. So I've got Cedric and Bellerin on the bench. I can't bring one of them two on. And I understand Bellerin is a gunner. He's a gunner, but you know what? I would have brought him on today because I just needed to change something. I needed fresh legs. I needed somebody to come on and say, give me 45 minutes of energy. Not a minute and a half, so that you can get your 20 grand bonus for your appearance for today. That bullshit stinks.
Did anybody hear Arteta's post-match interview?
No.
I've got it on right now on pause.
Okay.
Couldn't be asked.
I
don't care what he says.
To be honest.
I just want to hear what he says.
Do you want me to put it on then?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
All right, hold on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't.
we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
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 You can hear me, okay.
Yeah. Apologies, don't show the picture.
Give me 1 sec.
Miguel, not the result you expected, I'm sure, but there are some positives to take from this match.
Yeah, of course, we didn't want to come here and lose, obviously, but after the way the game developed and being 2-0 down and 10 men, you have to take the result, because if you have to lose, at least probably is the best result that we could have, but 2 different halves.
What did you say to the players in the dressing room at halftime? Because the team completely changed their attitude towards the second half.
Because we started to be us, and the first half, there were so many moments that we weren't us. We weren't clear with our high price, we disorganized ourselves, we started to chase, we were not precise with the ball and occupying the right spaces, and then we didn't have enough control. And we found good combination, we didn't have enough threat and enough desire to attack the opponent box, and in the second half it was completely different.
I know managers never like to highlight individual performances, but tonight you had the 19-year-old taking the team on his back. In some parts of the game, Bukayo Saka won the penalty, and he had a really great match.
We are very used to that this season, but as well that tells us that we need to do much more in other areas, because we cannot rely on the time on him. But we needed a moment of magic, and he produced that again.
How about your goalkeeper, Leno? He was outstanding.
Yeah, he was very good when we needed him with 2-0. I think the chance with Gerrard probably is the biggest one that they had. He saved us, and at the end we had a big chance with over 1v1 with the keeper, and we were able to draw the game.
Confident for the second leg?
I am confident we are us. We're going to have a chance to win, that's for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
He's confident, but I can't imagine he's going to select a team again without a striker anytime soon. I know the pressing issues.
Luckily for him,
just back on the bench, but he had options in Ketia, Martinelli as well. Did he get it wrong? Plain and simple.
It's a huge risk to not play with a number 9, so to speak. But it's interesting when you listen to him. The more I learn, it's linked to his philosophy. He has philosophy.
What do we do with the ball? Now, if we have to
his philosophy isn't working.
Well, wow.
I mean, he says that it's the best result that we could have had, but come on, we could have been like 5-0 down.
Wow.
Yep.
You know what Bert Leno said? He said,
Guys, I gotta go. I will catch you again at some point. I'm not sure when.
Bless up, man.
Take care.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Peace.
Enjoy the draft.
Yeah, I'll try, man. I'll see if I can hold out for another 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's starting now.
I thought you said it's 1 o'clock.
It starts at 11.
I thought you said it's 1 o'clock. I'm just going to read out what Bert Leno said quickly. He said, we have to be a nasty team. We all get on well, but we are often too nice on the pitch. Perhaps we are missing a proper ankle biter, someone who can take out opponents in games.
What, and get red cards? Like
how many times has Xhaka been made mistakes?
God.
Apollo says, Ebony, the fans don't get it. They can blame Wenger, Emery, Freddie, or Arteta. These players are shit.
Say that.
You know, I find it hard. I find it hard to say these players are shit.
No, but a lot of them
It's
are.
down to you know, Xhaka is, Leno is, Willian is.
Yeah, but we bought Willian. I don't see why we bought him. You know,
exactly.
I'm looking at the youngsters. Yeah, and yes, we've got young players, and our older players are poor. So you're thinking, okay, if you're going to bring in older players, they've got to be really better and adapt to the system that you want to play. I didn't understand why Willian came in. After Ceballos' second season, I don't know why he came back. I can understand Odegaard coming in, making a difference. Yes, Gabriel made a difference in defense, but it's still poor for me from Edu and Arteta in how you're setting up this team based on if you're rebuilding. So we've got good youngsters, really good youngsters coming through, but they've been let down by Edu and Arteta with the senior players that they brought in. That's for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I
No, you're
I
right.
agree. I agree. I mean, it's nice to blend youth and experience, but it's the youth that have actually made the older players look good. I
Can
don't
you
care what anyone says.
Can you imagine for 2 months? It was 2 months the youth were just running riot. We would be deep in relegation now for those
Of
2
course.
months.
Yeah.
We would have been like Newcastle this season. That's where we would have been. Like struggling to get points. But if
And we've
that
got them
happened,
on Sunday.
Apollo's saying Ceballos came back because we don't have any money to buy players. We paid 12 million euros for his first loan, but this season he didn't cost us anything. But
Well, you know what? Send him back.
I still
we
didn't
spent
see
12 million
anything.
on loan for
I know it's
Ceballos.
ridiculous, isn't it?
Also, nothing in his first season to warrant him playing, based on the fact that we've got El Neni staying and you've got youngsters coming through. I've seen, even if he didn't cost us anything, what he has cost us is a season of our youngsters having that experience. And for what I've seen Ceballos do this season, I don't care if it was given away for free. Yeah, that's not rebuilding for me. Rebuilding is believing in your youth, because Willock, Maitland-Niles, you stop and you think how versatile those players could have been, who helped fill in with El Nene, how different we could have been if they were playing. Ceballos adds nothing, absolutely nothing for free. For me, that's me anyway.
Guys is married to Arteta's sister.
I hope that's a joke. If that is even remotely true, watching Xhaka as CM for 5 years was punishment itself bad enough. Oh, I don't know what to say, Vince. I'm truly done. I'm ready for bed.
Guys, closing comments. Yeah, I think it's painful.
Yeah, I didn't even get to do my ratings, but I'm not going to. Can't be asked. Sunday we've got Newcastle. Is that at St James's Park?
Not sure.
I think it is.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I think for me, Greg G sums it up today. Football was the loser today with Arteta's team sheet. And that for me just sums up the first leg, but we're still in it. 2-1 down.
We're still in it just.
And we've got players coming back who should be able to be fitter to start. So hopefully Arteta can get the team sheet right. And we'll see what happens next week.
Well, if you guys are on Sunday, I should be there on Sunday. But quite frankly, I'm not impressed today. I know I came late in the first half, but from what I saw in the second half, just unimpressive. And the Arteta needs to go away and watch the game again, see where he went wrong, see where the players went wrong, and rectify it. Otherwise, I'll say it again, same players will let him down time and time again, and he will get the sack.
Final word, Niamis, go for it.
Yes, we're still in this, but again, the same thing that I said last week is that it all comes down to whatever team Arteta puts out, and if he puts out any dodginess next week against Unai Emery, we're going to be knocked out. In regards to Sunday against Newcastle, I just hope that Joe Willock isn't playing, because we're going to have problems. So yeah, but let's see if we can get a result and have at least a decent finish for the end of the season.
Okay, well, it's been definitely emotional. It's been painful, but big up, enough love to the family in the chat and on Facebook for being there with us. Keep the faith.
Apollo, knowing Arsenal, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put that clause in their in the loan contract, because I think about 10 years ago we made the mistake with one other player. I think it actually might have been Wilshere. So I don't trust this club. I do not trust this club. I don't trust Arteta. I'm done. I'm out.
Just bear in mind, I think it's going to be across platforms tomorrow. There's going to be a ban on social media as a protest to racism on social media. Is that starting tomorrow? The ban on social media for the the bullying and racism that is going on social media. Is that going to go ahead?
I didn't realize that, but if that's the case, I'm up for supporting that. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for supporting that as well. I didn't even know it was going to happen, but hey ho.
Yeah.
Something to do with anti-racism. I'm there.
So Apollo or anybody in the chat on Facebook, if you send a message tonight, just letting us know if that is the case, so we can put it out so everybody knows what's what. Yeah, I think Andrew Rope says from tomorrow and the entire weekend, it's going to be a social media blackout. So yeah, I think we're going to have to either communicate via text and just keep the vibe going. Continue to support Arsenal 101. Thanks for the donations today, Andrew. Keep subscribing and hit the like button, and yeah, kick racism out of life, not just football.
That's right. It's a societal problem.
Yeah, kick it out of life. We're all one family. Blessings, love. Stay faith. Don't be like Arteta. Don't be hard-headed. Don't be hard-headed. And yeah, stay safe, man. That's what it's about. All right. Peace out.
See you guys.